Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Asians Return. And then we got the enigmatic Aaron, played by Adriano. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Hello. Okay. What happened last time, gang?
Walking and talking.
More walking.
This
more
is
talking.
basically the whole campaign: walking and talking.
Yeah.
Yep.
Session summary over.
Campaign summary all over.
Oh god, the summary is currently black text on a black background for me because of dark mode.
Yeah, but you can
Dark
just
mode.
click on the little moon. Click on the little moon. Okay. What's happening?
We walked up to the two towers, noticing these kind of crude Rianish type symbols that were kind of in the ground, made of sticks and arrows and stuff, with bloody rags attached to them, seemingly grave markers for priests. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we ever found out exactly what they were. And I tried to makeshift disguise my my Marc, seeing as I didn't get my makeup, so I just got some mud and slapped it on my face and slapped it on Acheron's face. Just stuff. Not realizing that this wasn't the point where they were going to check me, so I didn't need to do that.
That was funny.
Yeah, it was very funny.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Meulen said that they were grave markers. Okay. And we reached the gate, and it opens, and we have to do a big old hike up, and some of us struggled with that, with their teeny little legs. And eventually we kind of get through the mist and the clouds, and we see a beautiful valley with huge mountains, and it's very freeing a sight. And Aaron does something special she can tell you about.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say special. It was kind of a thing that he felt like compelled to do, as everyone was taking in the sights of Mother Nature and entering into the mountain ranges once more. He felt it appropriate to, for some reason, not because it's a tradition, as Titania asked for, but because he felt compelled to channel some magic into the foothills of the mountain to say hello. And that was that.
Yeah. We had a little bit of relaxation around lunch, and then following that, we entered into a more ravine-esque area in which we were being watched from above, as Titania keenly noticed with a very high roll. Literally right after the check was made, we are ambushed by evidently Ravenmoor soldiers, after which a tense negotiation ensued.
They washed off my Marc. Realizing that, this place is devoid of people, we're not going to have any problem for a while. Washes it all off, and then immediately gets ambushed by a bunch of soldiers. Oh god, help!
Surprise!
Help me with your tricks, magic man. And through a critical success, managed to stealthily do a Simba and cover up cover up my Marc with his magic hands.
Miron ended up successfully concluding negotiations at the cost of 80 gold pieces, a substantial sum, and we were allowed to go on without a permanent escort, just a short escort from the shadows. Next scene is with Acheron, if you want to pick that up, Aspen.
Where are we? Huh?
We're past the valley.
Finishing party funds.
Hello, Cookie.
Yeah,
Silas and Akron have a little bit of a sass off a bit, where Silas made quite the offer and Akron assured him that he's not worth the effort. Then Akron tried to speak to Dennis, who was, by the way, I love the southern tone that just randomly becomes a thing just for this section.
Murdering regular folk.
Yeah. It's so good.
I didn't even notice.
Wanted to goes in and talks to Dennis about his reaction to committing crimes, because he seems to not be handling it very well. And Dennis, the poor man, was like, "Tell me it was worth it," which I'm the worst person to ask that. Everyone's like, "No, not at all," and it never gets better. And then was very confused when Dennis did not react positively to this. And then asked the party about why this reaction happened, which led to an interesting conversation between Akron and Aaron, again, where Aaron's like, I thought you didn't care about humanity. Why are you doing this? And then
Why do you
Akron's
contradict
like,
yourself?
I don't care about humanity. It's just convenient right now.
I'm like, liar.
And I said no, like a liar.
I appreciate that we kept in referring to the cast as the church's goodest boy, the bitch supreme, and the fiend, because that's so true. Thank you. Bless.
And then Aaron was very angsty and very edgy and was like, "We're all still prisoners. Don't forget that. Maybe you should be focused on trying to get out of here, like I am."
We kind of all discussed that we have different approaches to getting out of this situation.
I mean, I didn't say I was trying to get out.
Well, he came up with that edgy statement because Akron was saying that they got nothing else better to do. And the response was,
true.
there's something better to do than be concerned about Dennis.
Our captain is.
This is fair.
Mm-hmm.
Who in chat just attached the word baka to Acheron?
How dare you?
Cat, I
Baka
see
Yaru.
you.
Oh no!
Dude, Acheron is not a tsundere. I refuse
Yes.
this interpretation.
Yes, they are.
Oh my god, how could
You
he
can't-
is
You
And
cannot
the
convince me
boy
otherwise.
Watching
And then,
chat.
so as, I guess Aaron just says, "Hey guys, don't be stupid," and like, we still got to get out of this predicament. We kind of go on a hike instead, and find our way towards a valley populated with a couple of, sagging buildings that seem to have not been taken care of. It's like a waylay place.
pretty much abandoned.
Yep, hobo hovels. And
Ron thinks it's a nice shack.
indeed. And we get to see Titania's alarm spell for the first time.
Yeah, it was actually the first time I remembered to use it, even though I got it 10 sessions ago.
I mean, you haven't really needed it.
Yeah.
Alright.
We've just always been on alarm, so that's our secret.
Yeah.
And we've had watches.
Then we had watches.
I mean, and if something attacks us in the night now, it's the agent's problem to deal with. We could just fuck off.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair.
And so we had a number of conversations because we were doing the watch in pairs. I did a ceremony with Dennis, where I guess it's just called a ceremony, and kind of soothed him of his worries about his crimes, the things that he feels guilty about, and learned about him as a person, where he's from, what he wants to do with his life, and kind of encouraged him to follow on with that, and that the way to serve the church doesn't have to be through the most official methods or the most official channels. You can also serve them just as a humble house husband.
Husband, wholesome.
Yeah.
And then.
And then we got back around and Miron.
We had a conversation about how like we're poor and can't afford to continue saving people. It was a logistics conversation. It was important. And then we immediately got into fighting about politics, as every family does. And differences of opinion. Mirren being on the side that the church does a lot of good, Acheron not agreeing with killing children all of the time. You know, minor differences of opinion. To which Mirren was like, I think you're just looking at this from like one side. Like, not to be rude, but I think you're biased. Which he has a point, I guess. No, saying that Acheron's just looking at it from like one side, and the church still does good things despite the atrocities. And then we got some agents lore about graduation ceremony requirements. Finding out that Mirren's graduation task was to slaughter a group of war horses despite his fondness for horses, or perhaps because of it. And Acheron's was to kill the pregnant wife of a merchant who was planning to leave the kingdom to convince him to stay. And then Mirren's like, hey, that anger is going to consume you one day. And Acheron's like, yeah, I was born this way. He goes, great.
Finger guns.
Yep, and then Mirren just goes, die. Heart.
Burn bright and fizzle out. I thought that was such a cool statement.
That was a good statement. I liked that. But then we woke up Aaron and
Then fuckboy. Yeah.
I remember his name.
Silas.
Thank
Silas.
you.
Yeah.
Nice fuckboy now.
Well, he's.
Might as well be.
Is he the? He's not the. He's just fiend, right? That's.
Yeah.
The Fiend.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
Being derogatory.
Yeah. So like Silas started the night first silent, and Aaron then questioning, "Hey, you're usually so loud," and then he's like basically bitching about how, you know, everyone doesn't take him seriously, and then gets oddly deep. And Aaron starts asking about, so like, what do you feel should be paradise to him? And he's like, well, just a lot of fucking and drinking and drugs and
Art collecting, apparently.
sorry.
He collects art also.
Oh yeah, art. I guess.
I wonder how he gets that.
Fucking and drinking probably. As well as an urn of some dead guy. Like he made it a point to say like it was something of particular interest. So I just dropped that in there. Make sure that we remember that Silas seems to keep keepsakes of important things, I suppose. He's like a war criminal kind of guy. As a mercenary, but also with the church, so it kind of is. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to.
Yeah, he shouldn't really be a member of the church theoretically. He's basically a mercenary. But Aaron basically tries to convince him that, hey, it's possible that you could do a better job. Purely just trying to sow discord between those of the church folk, maybe to put some chaos amongst the ranks to facilitate escape. But it turns out that Silas just does not give two shits about that sort of thing, and he just wants to get done with this task of babysitting and get back to drinking and fucking.
Well, he wish he never went through all of this, because it's like he has to ask questions to himself he never wanted to ask. Yeah.
Fucking same, bro.
And then Titania ditched the plans for her watch and chose to get a rise out of Osprey, because if they're not willing to divulge anything by when Titania's being nice, might as well just get him to be a bitch and see what happens. And something did happen. They did try to attack her, which I wanted to see what spell that did, but I didn't get to hear any details because Titania saved. Let's go. And yeah, Titania specifically tried to call out Osprey's insecurities, calling her worthless and dead weight, and trying to get her to tell more about the Falcon Project by saying they must have dumbed it down since her time there. Osprey was surprisingly tight-lipped, I must admit. But at least everybody got some satisfaction out of Osprey getting put in her place like the bitch she is.
Yeah, well, yeah, it did affect her. Like afterwards, you saw her like sit down and not feel so good about herself.
Good.
Yeah.
It's glorious.
Yeah, and that was pretty much when
Yeah.
dawn was breaking.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Let's.
Here we go.
Wow, what was that sound?
That was me
Oh.
doing that. Just blowing air.
Okay. Let's go to this banger of a song. And let's go back to where we were here. Yes. Okay. Meulen wakes you up early to a world that just have enough light to see, so you know where to put one foot in front of the other. One person who shall not be named seems to miraculously not share these troubles. But in return for waking you at this ungodly hour, he promises an early lunch break and a nap. Together you quickly sneak away from the abandoned hamlet, feeling less anxious after a good 10 minutes down the road. Meulen pulls Osprey up to the front and pushes past the rest of you to have a private conversation, who seems to get a little bit heated as the sounds of their loud words kind of travel down the road to you, but you do not hear any specifics. Then, after about...
Oh, wait.
Oh?
During that,
Oh.
Titania just is gonna be at the back of the at the back of the caravan and is going to cast a message towards Osprey and on occasion just whisper, "Worthless, dead weight." Just like every 30 seconds or so during the conversation.
God.
That's so funny because my first reaction was gonna be like, Akron at the nearest moment is gonna like pat Titania on the back and like give a proud nod. Especially now. I don't know this is happening in character, but
Can I see their lips while they're talking, Meulen and Osprey?
They're walking in front of you.
Okay, they're not turning to each other while they're speaking.
Well, sometimes, but then you see the lips in relief, and I don't think that's going to be enough. I mean, you might be able to pick up an easy word here and there, but it's not something like... nothing groundbreaking. Yes. But quickly though, Osprey is going to stop in the middle of the road and send daggers back down at Titania and say something through gritted teeth to Meulen that now Ginevra is able to pick up. And Ginevra, you see her say to Meulen to please stop that bitch from sending magical messages to me. I am not in the mood. Meulen then sends his eyes towards Titania and raises an eyebrow.
Titania's just having a conversation with Acheron, not paying attention at all.
Then he calls out, Miss Canalux, whatever you're doing is not going to aid us on our mission. So unless you stop, I will make you stop.
Titania just does like a little flippant wave.
Aye. Then they turn towards each other and continue having this discussion for a couple of more minutes, but it seems the intensity has quickly died down.
Acheron's gonna sneakily press the happy rock into Titania's hand.
She'll clutch it close.
Gives you another like proud nod.
What was it? Meulen that started that conversation, or was it Osprey?
That was definitely Meulen's voice. I tried. I hope.
Okay, so it was him that pulled her over. Okay.
Well, yeah, the one who said quietly to Meulen that you could specifically read through gritted teeth was.
Yeah,
you,
no, I
yeah,
meant
and then it was
the conversation
Meulen that
between
was
them.
loud. Yeah, then Meulen called out loud.
Like in the first place, was it her being like going over to him to say like I'm
Oh,
happy with this, or was it him
okay.
being,
No,
like,
it was
telling her to be
Meulen
like,
who called out Osprey to the front, who started the conversation, and
Okay,
then it
cool.
got a little bit heated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, heated from Osprey's side. Meulen can't really get heated. All right. And then 20 minutes later, you get the absolute pleasure of watching the sunrise in the Highlands. Just gonna go quickly back here. Don't have a sunrise picture, sadly. But the sunrise here in the Highlands, you feel closer to the sun than you have been ever before. At first it's only a shy light blue, then a display of soft pink hues, transforming into hot neon orange, reflecting onto the underside of a sprinkle of fluffy clouds that populate the sky. But after that joy, the tiredness sets in, and most of your focus is directed on your aching feet and the effort to continue putting one in front of the other. To make matters worse, the wind starts to pick up to a moderate breeze, or gale, I should say. It whines in your ears, attempts to thrash your body about, and ruffles your hair to the point it seems to always end up in front of your eyes. The open valleys aren't good, there's nothing to shield you from it, and the ravines aren't any better as the wind picks up even more speed, bounces around, and impacts where you least suspect it. The mood is not great, to say the least, this morning.
Does the wind feel like it's gonna become stronger? Does it feel basically with this day, looking out over the clouds, does it look like it's gonna be a bad weather day?
Yeah! Well, it started as a breeze this morning and now has gone up to a moderate gale. Make me a survival cunning.
An 18.
An 18. It's actually... The sky is not populating any further with these clouds. It seems to actually more move away with the wind rather than amass. And after ramping up to the point to this moderate gale, it kind of remains at this point. So you're feeling quite sure that it will not get worse than this.
I guess pull my coat tighter around me, and just look back, make sure everyone is also doing okay. Those without a single bit of athletics. Not athletics, I get it. Let's go up acrobatics.
Excuse
Okay, sure.
you.
You
Actually
can
have
fly
a lot
off the
of
mountain
athletics,
first.
actually.
You'll fly off the mountain in a graceful way.
Yeah, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
look absolutely dope doing it.
Yeah, Titania is just gonna be like, once the weather becomes a problem, is gonna just like huddle up and stay as far from any edges as possible.
Yeah.
Akron's
Ginevra
just
looks as
humming.
stable as always. Doesn't seem to be bothered by the wind.
Yeah, I think Akron's in a similar boat. Akron like naturally has like
Good job.
high body temperature, so it's kind of like little unbothered. Akron is for the first time in a while. I guess people have traveled with Akron will notice this more. Just like kind of quietly humming to themselves again as they travel. It's not like the same like horribly sad tune that it's been for a while though. It's something a little lighter. It's not necessarily like exceptionally jovial, but it's definitely not like the like soul-wrenching lullabies of humming past.
Humming past.
They're just humming a little bit, kind of definitely still watching out. They don't seem to be much of a morning person. They're tired.
Sleep.
Ginevra is the opposite, really. She's probably fairly. It's kind of. She's not as kind of effervescent as yesterday, and her hair that was kind of let free and flowing is now back in her usual wide plait. But it's not all kind of wrapped up and in place together as it was in the days previous. And she seems to be enjoying the sunshine and ambivalent towards the wind and not showing much struggle. Keeping an eye out, I guess, on everyone's moods after the big bust up, how other people might have taken it, whether they're interested or whether they feel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just because also she wouldn't have known what went on in the evening, other than time with Dennis. So if anyone's acting unusually, other than obviously I know what the bust up was, but
I mean, I
now
guess
seem to be out of place.
since the little tussle in the previous evening definitely woke everybody up. You could probably see that.
Yeah.
Actually, can we? I'm curious. Can I do a deception check for Titania against your empathy composure?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Just you, Ginevra, or anybody else who is interested in Titania's behavior. I'm just curious to see.
Composure. Is
Yes.
that what I'm rolling?
Yeah. +5. Okay.
Which behavior are we inciting?
Titania's.
How Titania is doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I would do it, but I kind of feel like Akron
Akron,
understands.
I think
at a
Akron already
baseline.
knows.
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, Ginevra, you can see pretty clearly, like, especially like looking at Titania's expression underneath the hood. She's not really hiding her expression at the moment that you try to analyze her. She's trying to hide a deep anger and like melancholy underneath this flippant just carefree, I guess as the chat put it, mean girl's attitude towards what has happened. But it seems a lot more affecting than that, with a lot more of a personal motivation.
I guess on
Okay.
the topic of acting odd, I don't know if this would. I guess it's only odd in the sense that Ginevra having. Oh, I thought that was open. Sorry, a water bottle just fell and I thought it was open. And I was about to have a fucking heart attack. It like tipped over my keyboard. So my light flashed before my eyes. And then, yeah, Ginevra was the only one that saw yesterday Acheron's, like, evidence of having been crying. And, like, the last bit has, like, sucked ass as far as Acheron's, like, attitude and stuff. Acheron is back to being surprisingly chill. They're not happy, but they're nowhere near as devastated as they've been consistently up to this point.
You might be happy to
good.
know that Dennis is feeling better
Good.
about
Him.
himself,
Glad he seems relieved.
about
Him.
things.
Dennis, the beloved.
Give him a little smile.
But all the agents, Silas and Medea, after the conversation between Meulen and Osprey, and after some time, after it cooled down a little bit, both have individually been up to Meulen at the front to, like, touch base with them on the road. And then fallen back into place.
Like, and they did that of their own volition rather than Meulen calling them up.
Yes, they did.
Okay.
And I wasn't going to
So it
talk
seemed
to
like they were
someone this time.
And
So
afterwards,
they made a point to
the agents seem a little bit closed off to you, Ginevra. They fallen into a professional
me.
pattern. Yeah, I mean, your empathy.
Not just to me, to everyone, but just to me.
Well, your empathy, I think, is the highest with a +5, right? Does anyone has a +5
Yeah.
to their empathy? Anyone else? No? Yeah. Especially
That's
that.
3.
Yeah.
-1.
Yeah, Ginevra, you notice that the agents have fallen back into, like, more of a professional pattern.
I'm gonna walk up beside Tia
Mm-hmm.
and just say, "Are you doing okay?"
No better or worse the days past.
Are you sure? Definitely seem different to days past. What's eating you up, dear?
The hopelessness of this whole deal is getting to me.
You feel helpless?
Well, let's see. My past is coming back to haunt me. My family is all essentially being used to blackmail me. Essentially any allies I've had, I put on a I've assigned the death warrants for. My best friend and primary companion of the last 2 years has been re-traumatized. Yeah, I think it's going pretty poorly.
I mean, that's very understandable. But I want you to remember that you still have a lot at your disposal. And I just you to be careful that this anger, this frustration doesn't go against you when it could be channeled into things that are more worthy. I don't want it to end up hurting you. I need you to make mistakes that hurt you, the people you care about.
Dula, can you speak up a little bit more? It's a little bit hard to hear you. I have it 200%.
Okay. You're very smart, Tia.
Perfect.
Just make the most of that. Don't let them turn it against you. You're still making the steps. There's always a way.
I feel like I'm growing impatient, tired, you know? Waiting for the other shoe to drop. Just like get it over with.
Yeah, I know how that feels. The thing about life, though, is that it often does drop something out of nowhere when you least expect it, so when it happens, I'm sure it'll happen very suddenly, and all we can do is be very prepared for that moment. And if we're in states of mind that are frustrated and disarrayed, then we're not going to be in the best state to take advantage of that moment, and we may lose it forever.
Titania's gonna take a close look at Ginevra after that sentence. Is she implying something? Because it feels like she's implying something.
Nothing beyond what she's saying.
Okay.
I guess
Okay,
she's saying
cool.
quite plainly.
Yeah. Sorry. No need for a roll then. Cool. Yeah. I was gonna be like, time to make an empathy composure check with -1. No. Yeah. Tanya.
We've got a lot of dangers ahead, and I just don't want you to get hurt from your head being in the wrong place. We need you. Your family need you.
You. I feel like all of this is just
I know you're strong enough.
throwing my focus out of everything.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be surprised if it didn't.
Thank you for your kind words. If you'll excuse me. And she'll kind of just like is like doesn't really know where to go, but has that vibe of I need to be alone now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Siphon off.
Oui.
Can I go talk to Mirren?
Yeah, up in the front.
Yeah, I'm gonna just approach, still like humming the same kind of like quiet tune. And we'll like walk up and we'll just kind of like walk next to Mirren for like a couple of moments that don't seem to be in a big hurry to say necessarily anything. As if maybe they're like not in the same like I'm annoying you way, and maybe in like a checking the vibe before opening their mouth kind of way. And eventually they'll stop humming. And they'll kind of... How does Mirren seem emotionally?
Make me an empathy check. Mr. Mirren is a very neutral. Or
Stonewall.
yeah. Doesn't really give off much on his face.
That's a 20. Not natural.
Ooh.
Damn, I got a 19.
Oh. Give me the dirt.
Oh yeah. Well, Mirren has a great control over his emotions and how he expresses himself. But there's a tiny imperfection, which is a little bit of a crease in his forehead that he seems to be unable to shake off.
So, that was quite something earlier.
It was something. Yes.
Oh, vi är i outskirts just nu.
Is there something I should be aware of, or was all the whispering among other agents about us?
Här sparar massa på att jag ska.
Well, Titania wasn't subtle.
Subtlety is not really a word I would associate with Titania.
Jag behöver... Jag bara behöver skjuta om benen. Det är vad jag hoppas efter.
No, it's just that everybody woke up and heard everything, of course.
Känns som jag kommer att skjuta.
Thankfully, I didn't need to step in, and it might have been necessary between the two.
I'm surprised that no one did have to step in. I mean, I was listening in as well.
Osprey
Are you
does
surprised?
have a temper, but she seems to know what's more important, the bigger picture.
I think there's a big difference of position that would involve. Are you surprised Titania's acting out? Really? I warned you to back off.
Have I done anything?
You have not done anything.
Then it's out of my control.
It's not out of my control, though.
What do you mean?
Do you forget who I am to her? Controlling Titania's emotions was my first assignment as an agent.
You are no longer on the church's payroll. And I know how much time you have spent with Miss Cadillacs. I would assume your behavior towards her is in her best interest at all times. Why this
Yes,
bartering with me?
because I would consider not getting murked in her best interest.
Jag behöver att...
Then why are you not already doing it?
Den där bilen på vägen.
You haven't asked me to.
Du kan
Do you need the help?
försöka därifrån. Det är ganska långt.
You do realize that Titania continuing to act out like this is not going to end well,
Yep.
internally and externally. Why do you need me to concede? Me asking for your help when you should be doing this already like a friend.
It's about where it comes from.
How
That
so?
makes any sense. Well, let's put it this way. If I truly believed that Titania's little outburst was genuinely going to push you over the edge to actually take her out, I would have stepped in. However, I can't say that I haven't been enjoying this. I mean, be completely honest here, Mirren. You must have had the desire to stab her at least, not Titania, Osprey, at least once this trip. It's a little nice. It's nothing lethal. What's happening now? Also, I'll put it this way. What Titania is doing now is fun. If I truly believed Titania was threatening Osprey, I would have stepped in. Titania is far more dangerous than this, and if she wanted to hurt Osprey, she would have.
this assessment, you're wrong.
Which part?
Osprey is a far more dangerous creature than Titania is. And
I
I
think
do
they're-
not go around and imagine myself causing violence upon others just because I'm frustrated. Osprey can be frustrating, but no, I have not imagined myself stabbing her.
Really? Kind of surprising.
I find it surprising that you do.
I don't think there's a person here I haven't imagined stabbing at least once. Again, I think you keep did they not give you any warning? I at least would have thought Medea would have told you something about me, given you the slightest warning.
You are one violent person.
Yes,
That I know.
and yet it surprises you that fantasies of violence come easy to me.
But you're far more of a romantic person than a violent one. And as
We all
long
have our
as you got
flaws.
Titania to protect, that violence that lurks within your heart will be controlled.
Till lumber. Okay.
You're probably right.
Now go and talk to Titania as a friend and tell her what's best for her. Don't need my permission to do that.
Men måste ju bara hämta
That's just
en
common
till dig
sense.
som är ännu mer skrämmande.
I'll consider this you asking for help this time.
Believe what you want to believe.
Använd den där.
I mean, that's what you do, isn't it? Akron will give a little smirk and walk off.
Baron looks a little bit relieved that you're gone. Blessed silence.
This
Is that the beginning, Baron?
is why I don't have any friends.
Me or him?
Yes.
Him.
Porque no los dos.
Yes.
I do. Actually,
He just wants
I
silence.
Jag hör någon.
I mean, I can give him that. I can grant that wish.
Oh god.
Oh god.
He'll never have to talk to anyone again.
Okay. Okay.
Never hear anything ever again.
I will talk to Titania at some point. Not immediately, though. I'm gonna wait a bit.
Okay.
I'd like to talk to Aaron at some point, but I don't want to overextend the talking point if you want us to move along.
Well, we can move on a little bit at time at least.
Yeah.
After pushing past another bouncy ravine, you break through to see a vast open valley, wider and longer than you have ever seen before. And on the valley floor is a green mass of pine, fir, and redwood. After the better part of an hour, you hit the forest edge, where Meulen uncharacteristically stops, rummages around in his rucksack, brings out a compass and a little map, considers some things to himself for a few seconds, then nods, stands up, and then in a rather unceremonious way leaves the road behind to just boldly walk into the forest towards the north. Mountaineering, here we come. The forest is finally a welcome respite,
Är du på där?
embracing and shielding you in its brown and green cradle, protecting you from the from the brunt of the wind and singing to you as branches creak and needles shaves against their countless friends. The forest floor is full of blueberry bushes, ferns, and boulders. And here and there lies trees, light toppled, there we go, calmly dappled with soft patches of great green moss and half-moon mushrooms in bright yellow. And above you, a bright blue sky in a light shade. And in all corners, snow-covered tips peek over the green blanket like curious and cheeky spies watching you from above. You don't walk long. Meulen finds a slope that is adequately cleared of trees with a small beck that flows through it, and rather promptly drops his rucksack down into the ferns and falls down on his butt, takes a grass straw in his mouth and leans back on his rucksack and closes his eyes. You do not argue and just follow suit. Lunch and a nap! Woo!
You're a sniper. Jag ser dig fortfarande.
During the nap, I want to not sleep.
Titania
But,
wants to
like-
sleep either. Yeah.
Pretend. Okay, well, I'm staying up with Titania.
Yeah, Titania's just gonna be taking notes frustratedly in her notebook.
Angry scribbles.
Yes.
Okay, but
I'll
you
let-
have some freedom to move around if you want to.
I mean, I was going to talk to Titania at some point, but Jennifer can go first. The Aaron conversation, if that wants to proceed.
No, you can go ahead.
Okay.
You, you, I insist. No, you.
Super
I'll just wherever Titania is, I will be like, hey, we gotta go. Like, it's which in Acheron's version of hey, let's go talk is just grabbing Titania's hand and beginning to walk a certain distance.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Titania will just
Is Silas the only one napping? Or the other? I imagine that he is.
Meulen is currently napping. Osprey and Medea are awake. And
Yeah.
yeah, Silas and Meulen is napping.
Alright.
Those two are awake.
Hey, shit.
Mhm.
Akta,
Um,
spring.
They ain't stupid.
Yeah, I drag Titania a certain distance where I think we won't be overheard. Like, turn us, obviously, they can't, see us talking. See our faces while we talk. And I'll go pet Titania and I'll be like, you having fun?
no.
I'm having fun. I really thought, you should have punched her. I showed you how to throw a proper punch a while ago. You should have done it. I think it would have been hilarious.
I wasn't there for comedy.
No, you were there to make points, I imagine.
That and to try and learn something, but she was more controlled when angry and when pressed than I thought. So here we are, and she cast a spell on me. Don't know what it was.
I was paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
You can handle yourself, though. You're a big girl.
Even just learning something about what she can do would be helpful. And it's not like what I said was wrong. I still believe it. And I personally think it's factually true. She has done nothing would be unnecessarily cruel and not really provided anything to this mission. Let's be honest with ourselves.
You're right.
But apparently, they're also here because they want to do similar research into what I'm doing. Why would they need to research? She's got access to the person behind it all, Irene, or at least connections.
But she doesn't have access to the stone. Or whatever fucking... this
Mm-hmm.
magic
And you know what that indicates? That indicates that A, Irene might not have as much power with these folk as we think at present, and
I don't
B,
think she does.
they don't know the exact details of this artifact, and C, I have forgotten my point. In and out of character. Okay, that's fine. There it goes. Whee! Off in the wind. Thanks, brain.
Our position here is not so strong as Mirren presents it, I don't think. I think we still stand a better chance with Mirren for the time being. But our funds are not nearly so secure as Mirren made them, and the fact that that encounter, Mirren was almost strong-armed into handing over much more money. Our position is not so strong as I think Mirren would like to present it.
The fact that Miron was willing to fork over a substantial portion of his money to avoid a confrontation, given how he speaks about Osprey and himself and Silas, probably could have gone over easily for them. I guess it is because he's been tasked with protecting me and Aaron in particular. Maybe he didn't think we'd make it.
There were a lot of people.
There were a lot of people, yeah.
Oh, and on the note of our threatening jailers, is it making you feel any better at least? Like, I'm entertained. I think it's very funny. I've quite enjoyed you fucking with Osprey. That was a very enjoyable way to start the day. But, like, do you feel any better?
Like I said, it wasn't about feeling any better, it was about information.
Do you, this morning,
No,
with whatever
I
I
don't.
assume you're doing? Well then. And
Nothing of note was learned. Aside from
Is that-
maybe a vague implication or two.
is that the only reason you did it?
And
know
because she
you-
deserved it.
You were allowed to be angry, Titania. You know that, right? You're allowed to want to hurt them. It is okay if the reason you did that was purely to try and hurt her. Regardless of whether you wish to address your roiling negative emotions, it is probably best if you let it cool down a little bit. I will obviously die for you. All you have to do is ask. I would rather not. So let's not get murdered just yet.
Don't overextend yourself, more importantly. You're not dying here, okay? Okay?
I don't think even you have control over that, Titania. That doesn't scare me. It's gonna happen one day. I'd rather die with you than alone. The situation sucks. Hold on to your anger. Though, it can be a powerful motivator when there's little else left to keep you going. And there will come a time for pain, for their pain, eventually. Things will shift at some point, and when it does, you might have your opportunity. And if you want to find out stuff from her, try being an elitist snob, for fuck's sake. She doesn't respond to morals. You would have had a better chance learning stuff from her if you just leaned into the aristocratic upbringing you hate so much. I think you might have actually gotten her on your side for a while. She's not looking for an enemy, she's looking for a rival.
I have many words, but I'm not going to say them now. For once, you're misunderstanding me, Acheron. This isn't about hurting people. When has it ever been about that? Sure, is revenge kind of interesting? Yes. Fine, whatever, but like... when has that ever been the primary motivator? This is about helping people, improving people's lives. Revenge might as well be a nice side dish, I don't know. Ugh.
It's the Titania, I know. Keep sight of that instead of throwing petty whatever you're doing. You'd hurt yourself more. You damage your position, and it's making you feel worse.
I'm gonna go take that nap you recommended. Fuck everything.
Things will get
Bitch.
more stable eventually. Just hang in there. And like I said, if you want information from Osprey, if that's still a possibility, just act like a snob. Sure, she'll warm right up to you.
She'll walk away.
Right.
Du kommer att möta scavs här.
Meanwhile,
Is Aaron napping?
No.
Yeah, that's what
Is
I.
Acheron a Sith Lord?
That's more likely, honestly. I
she
can see
doesn't
that
deal
being.
in absolutes.
Yeah, and revenge, pain.
I mean, everything's about
Give in
pain
to
and
your dark
revenge.
side.
Yes, it's okay to want to hurt people.
Do it.
It is.
Manipulate them. Find out how to hurt them. Okay, anyway, sorry. Carry on.
Then Ginevra will approach Aaron and say, "Care for a walk?" Where about are we compared to the mountain right now? That was what I was going to ask first.
You're still in this big cauldron valley that is covered in this pine forest, and you just like walk down from the path into the first tree line, and then just went off the road and like 10 minutes into the forest. So like the edge.
Can we see
of
any
the-
mountains from the forest?
Yeah, I mean peeking above the. What's in my description? On all sides, peeking above the trees. There are mountains.
Yeah. Okay.
In a mountain chain.
Sorry. I struggled to keep it all in memory. I wasn't sure if we were kind of near the base of one. That's why we were
Well,
stopping.
okay, let us go here then. and get a visual representation of what's going on. I would zoom in all the way. All the freaking way. 250%. And, oh god. Could I not just have this free
Oh, you
flowing?
blockade on it. Okay. The red path.
Let's do a little freehand. You basically... Oh god, a little bit big, that one.
Doodles. Doodle time with Bex.
Doodle
Yay.
time with Bex!
Hell yes.
Okay. So you're just basically come down here and walk like in there. There you guys are.
Okay. Oh yeah. So we've just started.
Yeah.
Okay. Well then I'll head towards the closer mountains. If he wishes to walk with me.
Okay.
Well, you ask him, and he looks
Travel
up at you
straight
a bit
west.
strangely, like we've literally just been walking all day, and you're like, "Want to go for a walk?"
Yeah, it's meant to be ironic.
He looks at Aaron looks at Ginevra like a little perplexed, and says, "Is the priestess's feet not tired?"
I'm a missionary. Traveling's what I do.
All right. Get up. From, I guess, sharpening his sword, I guess. No, he's not sharpening his sword, he doesn't have a sword. Cleaning his
Oh, yes.
shield.
There is no
There is no sword. Just a shield.
Sharpening his shield.
Just sharpening his shield, yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, and then I'll walk towards the closer mountains, and just kind of sigh, looking up at them, and say, "Any advice for the coming climb?"
You're looking to me for advice?
Don't you travel around often?
Oh, I do.
You seem to feel at home in the mountains.
I don't mean to say that I don't have advice, Juniper. I mean to say that I'm surprised you are even wanting advice from me.
Why?
Given the situation we're in, sure we've been traveling for a while together, but you are part of the church. I'm your quarry. I'm your prisoner still. What do you have that you want from a prisoner?
Is that how you feel? You feel like you're my prisoner?
Aren't we?
I'm asking you. I understand, I know that the position of the church in terms of the church that Tia and Acheron have dealt with want you back. But I'm asking you whether you feel like I, in particular, am one of your captors.
You've done a good job in trying to explain that you're not. But at the same time, you haven't really refuted it either. Taking it on faith that you're not, but it's not like I have much to go on. You are given the wide berth that a priestess that is still a member of the church is afforded, whilst we camp out in barns and are held at knife point when the occasion calls for it. You can't ignore that. That's what's happened. And whilst we are traveling together, yes, I still feel you are my captor.
Even your captor is still asking for advice. And I know you feel like you have to take a lot of faith on what I'm saying, but I feel it's pretty much the same the other way.
You suggesting that any advice I give you, you're only gonna half believe?
I'm saying all the things that you've told me are hard to believe. And all I have to go on and that they're true is faith. So we're in a pretty similar position. I guess I'm just more used to trusting in faith.
The mountains are treacherous, Ginevra, but I think you know that. There are bears, there are wolves, there's frostbite and other things that go bump in the night. The worst thing is getting lost and being alone. Is that the thing that you wanted to hear?
It's useful, I guess. I meant more in terms of tips for someone that lacks the brawn that yourself possesses. If there's any technique I can do to make up for that lack.
Aaron smirks to himself. Get stronger.
It's not so easy for some.
Said so. I mean, I did notice you're not exactly covered in meat.
I'm not laughing, it's Lynn. Give me laugh.
I need to mute my mic, I'm sorry.
Get meaty, scrub.
Meat? Yeah. Yeah, that sounds almost predatory.
Is there a particular reason why you feel like you just can't gain muscle? You look like the mountain winds could blow you off the pass with not much trouble.
A very old scar. It's a remnant of a time when I was younger and very ill. And I was saved. And despite that, it's never fully left me.
Were you truly saved then?
I am grateful for every day that I can walk. I'd happily live a life like this, if it means living at all.
What was the scar? Was it just you were born lame? Or did you catch a disease?
As far as I have knowledge, I was born like this. I was ill, near death, and barely kept alive for the first 10 years of my life. That kind of thing doesn't just leave without leaving a mark. Can I ask you something?
I'm not gonna stop you.
You mentioned before that the deific beings of your time each ruled over a different domain. Was there anyone that ruled over the sea? Or water?
Aaron looks at Ginevra and just for a beat and says, "Are you suggesting you believe me? I thought that
Hey.
was blasphemy."
I think we're past that point, the questions I've been asking you.
Yes. Like I said, it was a lot simpler.
Were they on your side in the war?
There were many. And each collective, I suppose, had their own agenda, as far as I recall.
Many that ruled over the water, or
No, because there's a lot. There's a lot of things that need ruling.
oh, yeah.
Each one had, as far, well, when I say it was simpler, it meant that if there was an emotion or a natural entity or some form of ideology, it was owned by a single deity. Within reason, there were a couple of blends, but when it came to that of natural order, there was an accord of sorts. Those sorts of deities tended to be together. And that's kind of how things were back then. If you had common interests or you felt like the deities kind of aligned, they ended up being together. That's why those that I served had a particular interest in staying together. And that Stormlord, Galeen, well, with the 7 Masters of Devils, they held a common interest too. Turmoil and destruction, pride, things like that were tumultuous. And those that were more inclined to be that of nature also grouped together. They didn't fight, though. As far as I recall, since they were one of the older groups of deities, they just watched. Maybe they felt they were above it because they were so old.
Was Rihanna among them?
Rian? Don't make me laugh. Rian to me is ambitious and, well, sure, okay, he's about honor and order and such, but that was it. There wasn't anything more than that. It was just keeping things in check. I liken him to someone that had a lot of power but didn't know what to do with it. No, Rian was not a part of that at all.
He wasn't a part of any of it.
Well, he was a part of it. But he had his own thing as far as I recall. I wasn't exactly interested in what the Golden Pantheon was doing back then. I was too busy trying to save my own kin, whilst they fought in their stupid civil war.
So they had their own war at the same time.
Gods are fickle like that.
But not the old ones.
I've never really focused on them. Like I said, I had my own interests, my own upbringing, my own deity. But there were a few of them that I guess you could call them arrogant, or you could call them above it all. Ambivalent, maybe. Constant. Like the sea itself.
Who was your deity?
Aaron looks away at the question.
Sorry. I don't want to pry. I know that.
All you do is pry, Ginevra. That's a lie right there.
I don't want to pry. I want to know, but I don't want to cause you pain in speaking about it.
Well, how would you feel? How would you feel if you lost that oh so wonderful connection that you have to Rian? How would you feel if that got severed underneath you, stripped away without your consent, taken, a massive piece of yourself removed? How would you feel?
I want to remember people that I could to keep that connection alive.
I tried. I tried so hard. I even made a wish. Do you know what a wish is, Ginevra?
I have some understanding in this.
I don't mean a wish that a child makes to their mother. I mean a folding of the weave and arcane magics. Do you know?
Do I know?
Uh.
I don't know if Ginevra would know about this.
Ooh. Oh God. Whew. I do think that there are. I do think that Gena was able to cast Wish at the end of his, at like the height of his power, and I think that there might have been a few solar priests who have been able to do it over the years. But of course, it's not called Wish. It's more like in this flowery language of they said what they wanted, and by the grace of Rian, he bequeathed them to them.
Yeah. Okay. I've heard of similar miracles.
And then you might know the cost of such a wish. And even then, it wasn't enough.
You hold something, seemingly a gift, from my eyes at least. You think that's from nothing? You think that's by chance? Where could that have come from?
What
How do you
gift?
explain that?
This is a curse. Where is there a gift, Ginevra?
It's a useful tool, is it not?
What? What's a useful tool to you?
What you seem to be able to conjure from thin air?
This is child's play. This is not a gift, this is tricks. This is so meager. If only you knew.
What about what's within you? Inside you? What Titania felt? That's not a trick. That's not meager.
That's not me.
It didn't have to be. Why couldn't that be a connection? A remnant?
This thing inside me isn't the same thing.
How do you know?
I remember what it felt like to be connected to a deity that loved you, that wanted you to succeed, that you would do anything for, and existing in their light was everything. There's no light here.
There is
something.
power.
Yes, power.
That kind of power doesn't come around in these times, Aaron. Something to pay attention to. It may not be your deity specifically, but it could be something linked to that. I don't think it's something from... It's not anything from here, in this world. Not at least that I could imagine. Why would anything from this world be placed inside you? Something of that power wouldn't make sense. I don't think you should lose hope so easily.
This wasn't an easy thing. I wandered for a very long time without hope and light. And but for a promise I made, I wouldn't be here.
I'm very glad you made that promise.
Why? What do I
Otherwise
mean
wouldn't
to
be-
you, Ginevra? I'm just your prisoner, remember?
That's what you think. I don't think you should lose hope. If you did, then I hope you can find it again in this, because this isn't something to be thrown aside or ignored. There's something important here. I don't know enough about you or your life to make any real judgments. I fully accept that, but I can tell you with my life and what I've experienced in this world is that is not normal. That is not a trifle. If you have hope, I wouldn't leave it be.
I used to have hope. But Titania made me see that it was folly to think such a thing.
Where do you think that having no hope will get you?
Maybe away from the church for a change.
Maybe that's the reason that you've never found anything. Maybe that's the reason you've been wandering so long. Maybe try something different, and you'll find something new.
Is that all, Ginevra?
Yes. Thank you. Truly. Truly. Both the advice and for answering my question.
May I have your permission to leave?
You don't need to ask my permission. You can go freely. And I look at him when he says that, when I say that.
Aaron walks off. Back to the camp, I guess.
Damn. What a scene. What a scene. Oh
There's gonna
my
be a lot of
god. There was some lore there. Woohoo! Some
Stop
sad
that lore.
boy. Sad boy. Oh, there was some stuff in there that only I understood. And, oh, it touched my heart. Let's go for a quick break, refill our glasses, and then come back to so many checks. Woo!
So many checks? Oh no.
Oh god. Mountaineering. Here we go.
Ooh.
Ah,
Hey, what's
okay.
up? Welcome. Let's come back if you're ready. I'll be back, Sean.
Aaron, better watch out. I'm coming to talk to you later.
No, what? No.
Yeah, you're next on the. It's you and then Ginevra. You're next on the chopping block, though. Yeah, I mean, it could be either order, but right now you're
No, that's
next.
cool, it's cool.
You're next. Oh god, I have like things that I have to bring up, and I just, but I'm like, I have to wait. I gotta like space them out.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna have a GIF that is gonna be perfect for this.
God, it's so green. It's like, I thought it would be a little more blue-green than this. It's like violently. You
It's
know,
good.
I think
look
Electric
like a
Blizzard
brand.
is. Thank you.
Yeah, your own brand.
I think Electric Blizzard is the perfect name for this hair dye. They definitely were right on the fucking money.
Okay, I'm just gonna take a quick break. Here you go.
I gotta go. Take some.
I've been lurking during my other game. There seems to be a break overlap. Oh damn. Okay. Oh my god, what does this says here? What irons? I can't see. Oh, there's. Oh god, it's so hard to see. It's so small. It's so small. What does it even worse? I can't see what it says. But that's okay. Hope you're doing good, Hamo. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's a little bit bigger.
Du kan inte ha någonting annat om du är rädd för den där.
So we're here waiting for the people to return so we can continue. You're doing good? Oh, awesome. I am still recovering a little bit from my gastritis.
No, hope you're feeling well.
My stomach ain't what it used to be. I have absolutely no appetite and things come out of me very fast. Monday was the worst day in my whole life. I couldn't drink water until like 5 in the evening.
Trust me when I say I know what that's like.
And keep it down. Ugh.
I know what that's like.
Ugh. Not fun.
Ow.
You heard?
I got a helix piercing like 3 weeks ago, which is like a. You can move. It's like a piercing like in your like upper ear up here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when I bleached my hair earlier, I did not do. It was like 3 weeks ago, so it's still healing because they take about 3 months to a year to be fully healed. I got bleach on it, and my skin's exceptionally sensitive like already. Like I already have like super sensitive skin, so getting bleach on a still healing piercing is not a good feeling.
No.
Not very fun, so it's very angry because I fucking put bleach in an open wound.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Go figure.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thunk?
Also, I'm tired as fuck. I slept in like 50 something hours.
¿Por qué? But why though?
Hello? Hi.
Bexxy, I have my sleep is so fucked. Like I have so many sleeping disorders and parasomnias.
Okay. I shall not
Also,
question.
the time change fucks me up. Recently, it's been a mix of insomnia and exploding head syndrome coming back to rock my shit.
Okay.
Very fun.
Exploding head syndrome.
Yeah, I realize that probably sounds odd if you've never heard it before. Basically, it's just when I'm trying to sleep, my body decides to play a cute little prank on me by like basically I hallucinate like really loud sounds like a comparable like a gunshot going off like right here, or like a super bright flash of light when my body starts to fall asleep because it's they don't know why. Actually, they don't know why it happens. They're just like, yeah, sometimes your body just pulls a cheeky little prank on you and decides to wake you up with a really violent noise. So.
Like, we need to talk about your obsession to be a Pokemon trainer, okay? You don't need to catch them all. You can have like a team of 2 Pokemon. That's completely fine. You don't need to have a full roster.
Listen, it's
That's
not
how you
my
speedrun.
fault. Yes. Listen, I'm a new game plus. Like my parents did the like problem speed running and then like did like new game plus.
Oh, okay.
And
You were
then
given
decided
Magikarp. Got it.
Yeah. Like they had acquired all of these like collecting their issues and neuroses and problems. They're like, and go.
Fun.
I'm clearly just holding them all for my siblings, and when my siblings decide to develop an illness because both of them are perfectly healthy, I will hand it over. I am the keeper of of health issues, clearly. A guardian.
Alright. Okay.
An immortal defender of the health issues.
I'm just like a dragon, but like my horde is just like health problems. Instead
Various,
of like
just medical issues. That's on your medical record, and that's on your medical record, and that's on your medical record.
one of the funniest, like, just because I brought up dragons, one of the funniest quotes one of my friends has ever said is, at some point a billionaire stops being a person and starts being a dragon. And honestly, truer words have never been spoken.
That's like just true though.
I know, right? It was Will too, which is like shocking.
Oh, it was Will. Nice.
I know. Shockingly coherent. I hope Will's in chat. This is shade. Get roasted. I hope he watches this back.
Get Rex on. Lynn, do you have
I'm
like
so cutie that like a little bit
a
of
light
lore
behind
is
you,
being dropped.
or is it like a prism from like a light distortion?
Yeah, what is that?
That is a light. It's a shifting light.
Ah, okay. Because I was like thinking, like, 'cause you can get that sort of dissonance or like prism effect from like just light passing through, like on an angle through the window or something like that. So I was like thinking, is it like that? But then there's trees outside.
This is for when it's like, when I don't want to have like my big light on or my lamp on late at night, and I just want like very little lighting. I turn that on. Or sometimes I just turn it on because it's pretty, like right now.
Yeah. Is it like a long bar or something?
I can actually pick it up.
I imagine it's probably a dome.
Is it a dome or?
Oh, fuck.
That's what most of them usually are.
Is it on camera? This is what it looks like.
Yeah. It's like a little
Ta-da!
thing.
Ta-da!
I can't hear what you guys are saying because my headphones can't be plugged in like this.
Yeah.
This is what it looks like.
Neat.
Neato.
Okay, let's get these headphones back in.
So fucking stupid, because I've been like watching that vaguely in the background. I'm just like, yeah, that wood's pink and moving. Makes sense to me. Absolutely. Like, I acknowledged like what was happening, just didn't question it. I was like, yeah, that tracks. That makes sense.
I am a little bit giddy that there's some terms being dropped.
What?
What? Some lore terms.
Look, I would love to drop lore, but I don't have any lore that isn't angsty and involving child torture.
Stab them. Feed your darkness.
That's not true. I do have lore. It's just also angsty and really far away, and like kind of like I know what's relevant, but Acheron's a dumbass if you haven't noticed. Acheron has no clue about like part of like their backstory that's super lore relevant that I just like haven't brought up, because Acheron's like, yeah, I'm not gonna question that, and it's totally chill, and I'm just sitting here like, I gotta stop making intelligence my dump stat. Like,
well, intelligence means smart. It doesn't necessarily mean like recollection of knowledge, so to speak. So you could be dumb and experience stuff. And
I mean,
have an opinion
Not
on
in
it.
Frostmark though. Not in Frostmark. Intelligence is both your education and your recollection of that.
it's not really like an intelligence. Like, that
guess.
was just a joke. Acheron's thing is, Acheron's like, yeah, if this is weird, I don't want to think about it.
Well, what I was meaning was that, I mean, you don't have to be smart to experience something and then be able to recall that information if it made a profound effect on your life.
Yeah, no, Acheron definitely, like, in the case of what I said, I'm bad at words. Talking hard. Acheron 100% recalls the information, just doesn't think it's significant at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like, look at this superfluous detail, and it has plot stamped on it, like giant red letters.
Check out all that plot. Mm.
And Acheron's just like, yeah, this is supplementary. It's not important.
Let's break. I think Lola needs to spend more attention on me and my GMing and less so on her boyfriend, because this is unacceptable.
I can bother Erin if you want. Well, we wait for her to get back.
Let's wait like 1 or 2 more minutes and then.
I'll
We
bother
shall
Erin
see.
eventually. Like I hope you know.
Bother.
Like
It's inevitable, cannot be escaped.
Erin and Ginevra are next on the chopping block for
Oh
conversations.
I'm scared.
Look, I'm doing my best to space it out, but I had to go like several sessions just not saying shit because I was sad.
Sage, my girlfriend don't love me.
Pent
And now
up,
I'm like behind.
pent up dialoguing.
Yep. Too busy fornicating.
Oh my god, that's what sound looks like.
Oh, now we both have waves in our backgrounds.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wanted to be like
Actually,
you.
you know, Lynn's light is kind of what sound looks like as well. Like if it were like right behind Lynn's head, that's what laughter would look like. It's just a little more like there's like sparkles flying around, but that's like what the rays of laughter look like.
I still can't get over that my voice has glitter.
Very glittery. Everyone here has like really nice looking voices. Like you really do.
By Talos, this can't be happening.
I'll say Erin's song is so fucking pretty. Like every time it plays, I'm just like, so pretty. Like it's pretty to hear, but it's like so like there are times where I wish I could like record what I see to like show people. It's so fucking pretty. I tried to paint it a couple times and I can't do it justice. It looks like garbage.
Cookie says, I expected Bexxy's voice to be full of blood and gore and crying babies, but whatever. No, apparently it's like peach to yellow and very glittery. And I think you said it reminded you of like a bed of like flowers and gems that had dew on it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like a really sparkly flower field on like an idyllic like late spring day.
It's so nice, but it may be too nice. I don't know.
You got a nice I don't know what to tell you. Your voice looks dope.
Get over it.
I get so happy
Yeah.
when I hear it.
You got a nice voice, fam. You know, maybe I should start taking this up as a flirting tactic.
Yeah, it's a great conversation starter. Like,
You got a sparkly voice, my G.
Does it change if people whisper? Or is it just less?
The like texture changes, if that makes any sense. Because there's like the color, and then there's like how it moves in space, and then it's also like for example, people who have more like vocal fry, or like deeper voices, or some of that stuff, are like more like spiky around the edge, for lack of a better word. And when people whisper, it gets kind of like that. It loses that quality, or like
The spikiness?
like stuff like if there's like the best thing I can describe is something. Sometimes voices kind of like sparkle, or there's like lens flare type things that happen on like certain like usually when people are talking with like a lot of emotion, and people like when they have like their voice like rapidly like go up and they'll get really excited like that, like it'll like change like the shape of like or the texture of like the actual sound. So when people whisper, it just gets very like flat, and it kind of moves a lot slower, and it loses a lot of like the edge details.
Cool.
frequency lowers. You could say. Perhaps. Welcome back, Lola.
Hello.
Hello!
Hello. Were you doing?
So, just discussing plans.
Sure you were.
There's plans about this.
Sure. Sure. Okay, well, let's get back to it then. Let's get back to it. Do you want to have that conversation now, Akaran, or should we do it like during the walk? Should we do walkie-talkies?
Up to you.
Okay, let's do walkie-talkies.
Yeah, it's not something that like has to be like I got to like steal Aaron away to like a secure location and have like this conversation where no one can be around. Like it's
Okay. I got you.
like
I
it's
got you.
perfectly fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, after aching feet have been aptly rubbed, grumbling stomachs appeased, and naps have been gloriously had, the trek through the pine forest continues, and it's quite pleasant. At first, the terrain. Oh my god, this music does not fit. Let's get back to some of this. At first, the terrain angles downwards a little bit as you continue moving into the bottom of the valley. But that quickly reverses in the early afternoon. A few mountain birds sing to you, and at one point a bush shakes as some kind of critter runs away from you in fear. Even up here, there's wildlife to discover. Anything you want to say during this little afternoon trek?
Yeah, sure, I'll do this here. So I'll like find Aaron in the group. Kind of hoping Aaron's more towards the back so we can like have some semblance of not
Yeah.
being
I mean, you can
in the middle of
like
everyone.
trail behind a little bit. Medea is usually there in the back, but she has been rather respectful in giving you guys space if you want to talk.
Yeah, then I think that's what I'll do. Agron is kind of, it's a similar thing that Agron did to Aaron earlier, where like Agron is, I don't think it's necessarily humming as much this time. Kind of definitely like taking in the nature, and we'll fall into step with Aaron and kind of walk there for a couple moments. We'll steal like a couple glances trying to figure out where Aaron is sitting emotionally before beginning this. Would you like me to check you?
Yeah, I think you gotta check me out.
Alright, will do. No.
I use my. Oh, I was gonna say I use my passive. Just so you
I'm-
could, because it was lower to beat.
Well, at that point, it's
so
kind of
fucking
your.
unreadable.
At that point, it's your
he's-
choice.
It's not like he holds his like emotions on his face very much. You know, he's very balanced, as if the chaos of the world is happening all internally. But he doesn't necessarily look like he's like particularly tormented by something. He looks, focused, and like occasionally he's looking around as we're trekking through this forest for potential escapes. You know, he's constantly working. It looks like he's got a working face on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the kids are just kind of like, again, walk next to you. It's very obvious Acheron's not hiding, like they're like yes, that's the word, analyzing you, like as they walk next to you. But seems to be taking their time with something to start, at least.
As Aaron's like pushing by, using his shield to like push away a branch or whatever, as he recognizes and notices that Acheron is dawdling around him. He wouldn't necessarily direct them explicitly, but like talk outwards, but still kind of towards them, and says, "Should I be expecting a rock, Acheron?"
Acheron will reach into their bag. They don't have the happy rock because Titania has the happy rock, but they will pull out the confusion rock, which has like the spinny eyes. I hope you know there's a list. I have a set list of these rocks. I know how many there are. So Acheron will like pick out, it's not the right one, but it's the closest, I suppose, and will like offer it to you.
Aaron
That seems to have caught
takes
them
it.
off guard a little bit.
Aaron takes it and like, I'm sorry, Titania hasn't told me about this one.
Confusion.
You're confused.
No, but it's the closest thing I have. I mean, I suppose that you're not easy to understand, and I'm not going to pretend that I do understand you. So I suppose it is fitting to a degree. You're from a floating island place. I don't remember what you called it.
Would you like me to remind you? I'm not entirely sure if I actually mentioned it.
I just do remember it.
Are you asking me a question, Akira? Or just like this rock, I also am confused.
I want to understand you better. And simply observing you does not seem to be working. So I am trying to figure out what has made you the way you are. Perhaps that will provide insight.
I don't mean to come off rude to you, Acheron, and incite that fire within you, but why?
Why? Which part?
Why do you care?
Because you're complicated and we're stuck together.
So as to pass the time again?
No. It's... What I said in the barn was unfair to you, but it wasn't entirely unfounded or untrue. I am irrationally angry with you for no fault of your own. I want to understand you. Simple as that. I don't get you. I have tried. And every time it seems like I make progress, you do something that is completely baffling and I'm back to square zero, and it's frustrating. I want to like you, I guess. I don't know how.
Aaron hands back the rock to Acheron.
Okay.
You confuse me too, Acheron. For completely different reasons. I don't think I've met another human that is so contradictory.
Am I?
The things that you do and things that you say, the relationships you have. your reason for doing something versus what you should be doing, it's all seemingly random. And I'm sure that's not true. I'm sure you have a mission objective, as bright or dark as that could be. I don't know what that is. Your words were heard in the barn, Acheron. I hope mine were too.
I think your words continue to be heard. You ask a lot of confusing questions. As for my motives for doing things, I think I'm just selfish. And I don't have a consistent sense of identity.
You are selfish. You like to whine a lot. I don't mean to, again, incite your emotions. And I know that you have this dark history with our current captors. But I personally look at that as something so unnecessary. Maybe not unnecessary, more small.
That's exactly why I was asking about where you were from, though. My favorite spot in the village I was born in was this little place to the side of the mines where the adults didn't really go. And all the kids would gather there to play games like hide and seek, and there was this small little nook that only I could fit in, and I won so many of those games that way. Everyone here is so focused on the big things. I have already said I don't understand you. I don't know anything about where you're from, and I'm not even going to pretend that I understand half the things you say about anything from your origin. I mean, none of it makes much sense to me. The little things are important too. Not everything has to be gods and monsters and the fate of the world. Sometimes it's enough to grieve the loss of a favorite hiding space or a book that you loved. The little things can motivate and matter just as much as any apocalyptic scenario. So yeah, a lot of my issues and gripes are, I wouldn't say small, but they're personal. I don't care about the fate of the world, but I care about my fate. I care about the ability to do stupid shit, like go get drunk in a bar and start a fight that I absolutely didn't need to just because it's entertaining. The ability to follow Titania to stuffy academic parties and watch all of the high society people whisper about how improper I look for this kind of setting. I want those things.
You would notice Aaron's expression slightly change as you talk about the little things. To that of internal wonder and kind of a little bit of joy. Only slightly. I'll tell you something about me, Acheron, that might help you. Seeing I'm so interesting to you. Yes, I grew up on a floating island. But whilst there was peace, and whilst there was blissful vistas, it was all about moderation. On one hand, you have that balance where no toil that you do is too much. No anger you hold is too much. No wine or ale you drink intoxicates. But no love is too much too. No joy too much. No hope too much. Coming here and being amongst this land and not where I'm from, I endured such intensities that went beyond what I even knew. I didn't know how to accept that, both good and bad. Being here, I have both felt the deepest despair and the brightest of lights. And I don't know if that's something that I like or not yet. So I guess I have my own hiding spot.
I think we're oddly relatable in that way. Do you know that Titania gave me a birthday when I escaped? It's one of the first things she did, but I don't remember when mine was. Simply for the sake of having something that was mine.
What's a birthday?
You're supposed to, like, celebrate the day you were born. I'm not really sure why yet. But it makes Titania happy.
When's her birthday?
I know this I know this. We've talked about this. I cannot recall it right now. Like, I distinctly remember this was, like, discussed at some point.
I can't remember, but I can look it up.
Nice.
Acheron
continue
states
your
her birthday.
Yeah, Akron would definitely know. I would, like, say this. And I only bring this up as I did not get to have a normal life until the last 2 years, if you could call what I was doing as normal, as I think I've gotten to that. It's a lot of new experiences surrounding making me more human, I think. Seemed to be one of Titania's goals. Some other people we met as well. So, I don't 100% understand, but I sort of can get the idea of being thrust into a new world you don't understand, though I say mine ended up being entirely a lie, so at least that's unlikely to happen to you.
Well, you're young. There's time yet, right?
I don't know.
Back in the carriage on the way up here, I asked you if you had your goals. Now that you can make them. Any thoughts?
How far away is Medea right now? Like, not within hearing us distance?
She is trailing behind you though. She's always picking up the rear, but she stays.
But she's out of earshot,
yeah,
right?
she stays out of distance for. Yeah.
But, like, if I were to, like, talk quiet, like, they're not gonna hear me, right?
Yes. Yes.
Like, any of
she
them?
makes sure
Okay.
to stay out of that shot.
Yeah, Akron
She
kind
knows
of...
that she knows that this is really well, and she knows that you know that this is really well. So there's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're all good. Yeah, being asked if Akron has any goals now, Akron gets, like, there's, like, a small, like, kind of a smirk. It's malicious, I think is the best way to, like, attach an emotion to it. Like, it's definitely hot. Like, it's not towards you, though. It's not hostile towards you, but it is definitely hostile, in a sense. Like, it comes from that kind of a place. And, like, kind of, like, just glancing out the corner of their eye towards, you know, like, they can't see behind them, but they're not gonna turn. And then looking straight ahead, they're like, I do have a goal, I think. I think I want revenge. I don't know how I'm going to get it. I don't know what path it's going to take. I think following Titania's quest for whatever she thinks her thesis will do, it's bound to destroy the church to some degree. And I'd love to say that my intentions were out of pure-heartedness to stop the rampant torture and murder of innocent children and at least innocent people. I guess that might be part of it. I think we both know I'd be lying if I said that's what it was motivated by, because why would I care? But they fucked up. Irene specifically, thought that she could take one of the greatest mistakes of my life and use it to control me. And if I can make her feel even a fraction of the pain that I have been through, maybe that'll make it all worth it. It's not a good goal, and it's entirely selfish. But if I assist Titania along her goal, well, not that I care. Maybe some good will come out of it in the end.
Certainly a goal.
I'm sure I'll develop other ones at some point. To be completely honest, I can't imagine a regular life. Like, I actually can't imagine it. I have no idea what it looks like. And I can't picture it, so I don't know how to plan to reach it.
Yet.
I suppose. Maybe if I help you and Titania, that'll be enough.
I think Titania is the one that needs the help at the moment. Don't know exactly what happened last night, but I've known her long enough to know that someone as level-headed and logical as her doesn't really go off the rails like that without a reason.
She has a reason.
I'm sure.
Her family's being held captive, and she is coming to terms with a lot of truths I don't think she fully thought through.
Maybe.
To be completely honest, I never thought Titania was actually going to publish her thesis.
She surprises us all, doesn't she?
I mean, I knew she would write it. I just thought she would get to the choice of publishing her work and sacrificing her family. Or not. And to be truthful, I had no idea what that choice would end up being. But I knew she would reach it.
What I'm trying to say, Akron, is Titania is doing something because it's her way of planning. Maybe I've had a different relationship with Titania than you have. You guys seem very close. And maybe that is clouding your vision. But in my experience, Titania still doesn't do things without thinking them through. An outburst like that is not who she is, so if she's not like that, then she's trying to do something else.
Oh, she definitely is. That attack definitely had a purpose behind it. She's just not executing her plan particularly well. Which is not her fault. But I think we're all making plans, aren't we?
I have a few.
I'm keeping an eye on her. I'm not gonna let her hurt herself.
Well, I don't want to be in the way between you two if you are each other's support mechanism. Just what it kind of looks like. Give her a message from me, will you?
Sure.
When she's through with her objective.
Mm-hmm.
She can try and give me some information about what kind of a deity or devil this world follows when it comes to nature. I'd like to know.
Instead of curiosity, can I ask why? You don't have to tell me. I doubt I'd understand.
I doubt you'd understand too.
Alright. Yeah, Akron just shrugs and gives you a nod.
Okay.
Good talk.
Damn.
I've completely forgotten about the time change, and I just realized we have another hour of session.
Right, I did that earlier too. I was like, how the fuck have we been playing for so long? I'm like, we haven't.
Oh, I'm running on 3 hours of sleep, but I'm so all over the place.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Okay.
I thought we needed a peaceful conversation before the absolute storm we have planned later.
I've kept my DM's inspiration all this time.
Yep, same here.
You saved my goddamn life.
Damn,
Here
to
we
get some
go.
dice out.
Same.
Okay.
Wait, do 3 of us have GM's inspiration?
When do we have to? Can we say it after we've seen the dice, but not before we know the result, or do we have to call it before we even roll the dice?
You can say it after you see it, but before Bexxy rules.
Cool.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's helpful. Thank you.
And how it works with role-playing inspiration. Then you got the potential spending exaltation, which you need to declare beforehand. Called Dirty Inspiration. Which,
Dirty.
Aaron can make you, apparently.
Dirty.
Anyway, as the afternoon progresses, life shrinks away. The trees shrink, drifts further apart. The ferns and bushes diminish. The angles of the upward slope sharpens. The rocks and scree takes over more and more, and above your heads, the imposing wall of 3 rather equal snow-covered mountain ridges dominates more and more your vision. And in the early eve, you stop once more in the sparse pine bosquet to settle in for a camp. As Maron declares, there will not be any watches, as you all will be needing your sleep. You crank your neck backwards to see the majestic slope above you. Trees that fight as much as they can up it, but then dies out, and then some bushes, then some sheer rock, and then snow and ice. Your destination. So, because of the weather, the gale is still going on, and because it's late in the afternoon, Baron is actually here going to opt for an early camp and a long rest. And then get up early in the morning for some mountain climbing. Is there anything you would like to do during this night? There won't be any watches, so there won't be any perception checks or anything like that.
I do it? I'm gonna roll for it. 5 dice.
What are you gonna do?
Something? Maybe?
You better involve Titania in it.
Gonna
'cause
stab
you-
someone.
Oh god.
Pick high or low.
Hi.
Okay. Right,
Oh god, okay. Here we go.
this is a terrible idea. Okay.
What's going on?
I don't know.
I am the GM. I should be in the know. Okay. Sorry.
When
Let's carry on.
at some point when we're setting up camp, I want to pull Titania away for like a quick second.
Okay.
Like have a conversation away from people who can hear us.
All right.
Akron's going to like make sure we're like out of like there's no way they're gonna hear us, and is going to look at Titania and be like, I think I
use
can
message if you
steal.
need.
I don't have best. I mean, yeah,
Well,
but like,
if I use message, you can respond to me in
I
private.
guess that's true. I guess Akron's gonna say, I think I have an idea, but it's really, if it works, it'll be incredible. If it doesn't, it'll be really bad.
Okay.
If everyone's asleep, I might be able to steal my poison back from Silas's bag. There's no watches tonight, so it might be my only opportunity for a while.
May I tell you what I think?
That's why I'm telling you.
I think given what I did last night, this might be a bait. To
I mean,
get
I
you to
can
try
wait.
something like that.
It's just the chances of us getting this shot again. I'll do whatever you think is best. Should we ask the others?
In an optimal situation, we'd rather have them prepared for a fight, right?
You should ask Aaron first. But like with the secret thing that you do. Like the secret way. I don't want to do something that's going to get us all killed, but this is quite the opportunity.
Fuck.
I'm giving you the option to involve other players to have their opinions right, so don't just TPK
Yeah.
us.
I know.
If it works, this is a hell of an advantage.
I'm wondering if it's wise to get rid of the rest or try something before the mountaineering.
Do you want to ask the others? Because I can't do the secret whisper in your head thing. And Ekron will hold up not tatted hands, no soul marks.
But fully
Yeah.
tatted everywhere else.
Yeah, only regular tattoos.
I
No,
only
no
normal
soul
tattoos.
tattoo.
Yeah, I guess during this moment, Titania would not turn around, but cast message to Aaron and say, "Stay calm and quiet. But Acheron and I may think this might be a good time to try and make good on an escape plan, if you're interested. Let us know."
So there's a beat as Aaron thinks, and you hear. Are you sure?
That's why we're asking.
Distinctly not. We think there's a good chance it might be a trap, given that there's a no watch night after my confrontation with Osprey. But it also might be the only chance. So.
I think it's not a good idea in the mountains. We could very easily get lost or chased to where we don't want to go.
Understood. Thank you for your counsel. I will send a message to Ginevra.
Aaron's on board. Go.
No. And say
Teamwork makes the dream not function at all, actually.
Makes
The dream
best of
crash and burn horribly.
I am placing my trust in you once again, Ginevra. Acheron and I think this may be our only opportunity to break free from this problem we have here. However, there are many risks. We think it might be a trap. Aaron has wisely said that we might be putting ourselves at a grave disadvantage without someone with a better sense of direction in the mountains, and I was wondering what you thought. Because I place my trust in you.
I think from what I've noticed today that they are much more on guard than usual, and from my perspective this would be a trap with just this kind of idea in a very, just as Aaron says, opportune place that if such a thing were to happen they could easily trap us. I think the best place would be after the mountains, where there's a more level playing field because the church has no power there. It's a no man's land. If you truly don't want to make it to the castle and to see the artifact first, then at least I think the safest place would be after the mountains. There's coast at least.
Alright, thank you for your counsel, Ginevra. And I will turn back to Acheron and say, as much as I would like to break free from these shackles, I think we'd be putting ourselves at an even worse disadvantage should we succeed, much less if we fail.
That's completely fair. I never said it was a good idea. I simply said this was the best opportunity for it. At least for now. I have other things in motion. I'm gonna give a shrug, seeming completely unbothered with this idea having fizzled out, and just heads back to camp as if nothing had happened.
Okay.
You know, like, as a player, I was like, this is like a great opportunity, but also it's really terrible. And I was like, is there ever a good opportunity? And the answer is no, but I didn't want to, like, TPK the party without asking first, so.
Oh, yeah.
Because I am courteous like that.
Appreciate it.
I have those good manners, TM.
Okay, where were we? Bed then?
Wrapping up for the night.
Yep.
Ginevra will say a little prayer.
Okay.
and say thanks for another life, another day she gets to live.
Okay. Okay.
Titania will just.
Oh my god. Look at the
Titania's gonna take an unspoken first watch, watching the rest of the group go to sleep before she does.
Okay. So you'll come to an uneasy sleep. But you do sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Yep.
Alarm
I'm
spell?
not actually
Alarm
up
spell?
tonight.
Alarm?
Yeah, oh yeah, that's
Alarm?
what I was gonna ask. Yeah. If we could do that spell again.
Alarm spell. Alarm.
Oh, alarm spell. Yeah.
Do
sure.
the thing.
Yes. I thank you for reminding me. I'm so bad at remembering these things. Yes. Titania will ritual cast alarm spell.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I have a different idea. Titania will cast it around specifically Acheron and Titania's tent and set it to go off should anybody else come in. Anybody.
How big can you make it?
You can make it pretty big. I just don't know where the positioning of everything is. So, just for convenience sake, I was like, just Acheron and
I mean,
Titania's tent.
you have a say in how the tents are set up. You do. They try to be as accommodating as they can be, you know, considering the circumstance.
Yeah, but Titania would cast this after everybody else has gone to sleep. So.
You pretend to sleep and then you come out and like.
No, Titania just sits at the fire taking notes for like a 2-hour watch period that was nobody actually assigned to her. And then she casts it at the end of that.
A window, an area within range that is no longer larger than a 4-meter cube. So it's basically just a tent.
Yes, I'm with you then, because Acheron, there's no way, especially after your shit, that Acheron's leaving you alone for like various reasons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. And
As you're gonna get murked.
you wake up Titania, Acheron, in the morning as nothing has happened. You locked in and go off.
Cool. Thank you.
I love not being murdered in the night.
It's
My
very
favorite
nice. It's
thing.
very nice. But it was a cold night. The temperature dropped a little bit below freezing, and there's a fresh layer of frost on the ground around. An unwanted chill goes up your spine. Just around freezing is not that hard for you to manage, but your body isn't ready for it. After all, down in the pine sea of Oldwood, it was summer and pleasant. The temperature has changed quickly. Far too quickly for you to properly acclimate.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
Hell yeah, bro.
Music. Helen.
Yes. You break up camp early. Double check your backpack, your rucksacks, double check your water skins, double check your rations. This is it. The first part of the climb is going to be easy in comparison, but this is now a game of time and energy. Meulen declares that you must conquer most of this mountain before dusk to reach the ridge in between the two peaks, far, far above you before dark. If you do not, you're all in danger. With this goal clear in your heads, you take your first steps on your climb.
God, I was strong back then.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, indeed.
Don't creep on women.
Re-establishing that I'm going to be casting guidance on myself for almost every check I do.
Okay, alright, okay. Alright,
Just yeah.
it's early in the morning, you know, the kind of dawn. Feeling a little bit chilly, feeling a little bit frigid. You need to like let your body loose, but
The little Asian?
it's gonna be a few hours of the first kind of slope that you need to conquer. There is
'Cause there's like there's one Asian, like,
basically a half an
always
hour
on the spot
walking
for
and then
some
5 minute break, half an hour walking, 5 minute break. That Meulen is rather harsh on keeping the time.
The flies?
Mhm.
Yeah, the fly machine.
And unless you don't want to talk about, we have been talking a lot. Let's just do a vitality check all around for this first part of the climb.
Vitality check.
Oh, saving throw. Vitality
Saving throw. Okay, that doesn't make a difference for me, but you know.
It
Oh
might
god.
have.
Some of these better be athletics rules or I'm gonna cry. I'll cry on stream. That fucking sucks.
Okay, I'm gonna take my my advantage and hopefully roll better than that. Great, I did.
That's
A
so
night-
Built for the mountains,
A
guys.
truly nightmarish beginning. You know what? I'm not gonna risk
No,
Titania,
save it for the
like-
nat one where we fall off the cliff.
9 is not
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
improve the
that's fair.
situation.
Okay,
I got a 7, so yeah.
there are some good news here, don't you know, right? And is that it's not immediate, like, harsh consequences here. You're now susceptible to getting exhaustion.
1.5.
Next time you fail one of these checks, you're gonna start accruing exhaustion. As you know. Now I need to go around the team. Oh my god.
Oh, hell yeah.
I need to go around the team.
Getting flashbacks to the very first D&D campaign I was ever in, we had to cross our ship got like sunk in like an Arctic type situation, and we had to like cross all of these like destructing icebergs. And
So cool.
I am just getting. It was very cool. It was less cool when I failed my when I, as the rogue, failed my first
Oh dear.
agility check and fell in the water and then started accruing exhaustion levels because I
Yeah.
then kept failing the checks.
Oh
Mhm.
god.
It was
Yeah, because once you're in the
yeah.
water, it's gonna be hard to recover.
Yeah,
from
once
that.
because it was every time you hit the water, you got a level of exhaustion, and
Yeah.
once you're at 1, you're already in such a bad shape. To, like,
advantage from
Mhm.
from getting another.
I
Yeah.
had like a plus 12 to
Oh.
agility at that point, like 2, and it did nothing to save me.
You don't even have like reliable talent at that point or something.
No, I was a multi-class with like artificer, so I like it was like very well optimized.
Okay,
somehow.
so everybody made it when it came to the other agents except Meulen, who rolled a critical one.
Yes! Good!
Oh god! Okay.
Suffer.
Get lost on the
Meulen-
first steps.
He's not the one getting guidance, bitch.
Which actually would make it so, yeah, like, I need to be harsh with myself. This is just Sean's, pure Sean's. With the critical 1, Meulen already has a level of exhaustion. Yep. He,
Marion.
I'm going
He's got
to,
the sniffles.
I am going to,
Suffer.
I am going to say that, I am going to say that Meulen did not sleep that well. It's quite showing on his face.
Hmm.
He's got cold feetsies.
Yeah.
Tragic. He's just so done with our shit. It's like he's starting to show. We're doing it. We're wearing him
slowly
down.
draining the life out of him.
Wouldn't it be a shame if someone were to cut Osprey's rope halfway through this?
I used to live a good life before I found your.
Was it Scav?
Okay. Okay. All right.
Please just push Osprey off the top.
After hours of walking up this first slope, that quickly turned more and more sharp and more difficult than you thought. You have cleared the tree line far behind you. There was a moment as you waded over a shallow mountain stream that was a pleasant highlight of the journey. You thought, at least at first, as you were refilling your water skins and clearing away sweat from your foreheads, but the wet feet have now turned very cold and uncomfortable. It couldn't be avoided, however. The stream was too wide to jump over and the rocks too treacherous to trust. But now you're stopped as you gaze up on what you can only describe as a stone wall. There is the slightest angle to it to not make it a sheer 90 degrees, but it's still so little that those degrees hardly matter. It's a wall. Here Meulen orders a stop and to start a small fire with the little tough grass and still bushes that are around to make sure your feetsies ain't cold anymore and that you get some food into you before you tackle this next obstacle in front of you.
I know where he is, I think. I can't rush him.
Titania is very scared looking at like something that's actually like proper climbing. She
He
is
actually looks excited.
The picture of fear.
You got this.
I think Akron has like tangible excitement for once. The prospect
Yo.
of doing something athletically difficult. You know, like for them, because you know, it's like for regular. Because like, I have so much movement. Like it's Acheron's very athletic. So this is like, ooh, this might be a challenge. How exciting! How tall is this like thing?
It will require several like bases. There's basically 3 bases to clear,
Nice.
so it's gonna take at least an hour to climb all the way up. There are several like stops you will have to do and rests. And
Yeah, I think Akron's.
attach your climbing gear and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Akron's excited. I think Akron will offer to like go over required climbing knots with anyone who wants the review.
Yeah, Titania would.
Titania's worry. I'll just remind her. Everyone here is looking out for you. Don't worry. Everyone has your back.
Thanks.
And I will definitely take up those knot trainings.
Anything you can get.
Yeah.
But she doesn't seem worried like Tia is. She
Yeah.
seems pretty at peace, actually. But she's not stupid. She's not going to ignore help.
Yeah, I think Akron's only like climbing daunting heights advices. Don't look, like if you're scared of heights, don't look down. Keep going until you get to the top.
It's
Don't
not really a
let
height.
go. Like
Not
don't
really a
like
height
just like
thing for her. It's just she knows some of her own physical capabilities. You know.
No, yeah, that's definitely gonna suck for you, but there's nothing you can do about that at this point. So just kind of accept that you're that you're like really weak and this is going to like suck, and then just like plan around that. Yeah, Akron's advice for that is just like, yeah,
Okay.
nothing you can do about that now. You
Clear.
totally got this.
One step in front of the other. One point to the next.
Yep. Okay. So, first of all, Meulen is going to do a base plan of where to set up the climbing gear for each of these 3 bases that are necessary. Is there anybody who wants to assist him with a survival check with cunning?
Oh, nope.
Yeah.
All right. I do
Aaron
think...
doesn't want to die on the mountains.
I do think your modifier is higher, so I'm gonna give you advantage.
Me?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And also Miron would have disadvantage on all checks anyway, so...
Smart. He is heckin' tired with his cold feetsies.
Yeah.
You should probably be.
He
Cold
comes
feetsies.
basically up to you and like ask for your help in this regard because he knows you. You know the mountains. And there's like a little bit of a heavy rings underneath his eyes.
Wait, he knows me that I know the mountains? How does he know that?
I think he's making assumptions.
Because of my, like,
That's
knowledge
true.
of stepping
That's
on them.
true. That was a little bit of an oversight with me, with meta knowledge. But he has seen you move around with comfort. So, not to that degree, but he knows you can take care of yourself in the
My
wild.
feetsies are less cold.
Yes.
Oh no, not the feetsies.
Pretty
And that 20.
What?
Oh, fuck yes!
Nice.
Come through.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
go!
Alright, that's gonna give, you're gonna point out exactly where the best climbing routes are here. You're gonna have like a 10-minute breakthrough as you and Baron kind of discuss, this path, and you just find an easy path for everybody to take, which means everybody's gonna get advantage on these climbing checks. Woo!
Thank you.
Fuck.
Gotta get that
Holy
planet
shit.
right.
Good planning is very, very important, but we can still fuck up, so let's do some rolls. Okay, so then...
So I
I'll still
assume these
fuck
are...
up.
Then we
I assume these are-
still need somebody to do the first climb for each base and like set up the ropes. And this is gonna be the most precarious and is gonna be without aid.
What is it? It's the
What type
Well-
of check is it? Yeah.
It's a athletics brawn to climb.
I guess it's Aaron then.
Go
But
on, Aaron.
how high is it? How
Well-
high did we plan? Exactly.
Considering the amount of rope you have and this wall, we basically have an hour for all of you to climb, and it's divided into three parts. I ain't gonna get down into the nitty gritty of things.
No. That's fair enough. And because I want to know what the plans that we made were. What is the theory here? Like, is it like a hook up there that already exists, or do we have to like hammer it into the wall? Like, what are the plans?
Yeah. You gotta do the first climb and hook all the things in and get to the first base without
So
So you're
any...
free climbing,
You're free
sticking
climbing,
the
yeah.
things in, putting the
okay,
rope.
so I am
and
actually
going.
like mountaineering
Yeah, so
for.
you're setting up for everyone else. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Okay,
There's no other way to do it.
sure. No, makes sense. I had just another possible thing to do that would make this trivial, but I don't want to screw up
Yes,
your
it's like-
rolling requirement.
Oh, well, if you're gonna use like jump spell, I ain't gonna be enough, I guess.
No,
But it depends upon
no,
how
that
long.
was not what I was thinking of.
You're
Yum.
gonna
Fly though,
You're
the
doing
fly
that?
spell would just bypass this.
I was wondering if they already existed, if like the little pegs already existed, just no rope, and we just had to go up there and hook the rope. If that free climb up to it, but hook a rope up to something that already exists or not. Like if people come this way or not, or if this is the first pioneering adventure out onto these mountain slopes, because who the fuck would be here?
Basically, this is basically your
Okay,
first.
okay. Aaron like slings the shield over his shoulder and like wraps the other end around, so he has like his back protected should like rocks fall, and he can sort of like dip into the wall a little bit.
Any guidance you can give him, Tia?
Oh, guidance. Thank you for remembering. Yes.
Wow, you better look at your character.
Hey guys, you can give him. She just goes up there and goes,
I'm focusing on giving them to myself. I didn't think about that.
go do it. Go do the thing.
Yeah,
I got it
be useful. No.
You know what you do.
This is. Thank you, Genevra, for reminding me about Titania's like core abilities of buffing other people's rolls.
I know the struggle as a cleric. Another one I always forget.
Okay.
So.
Let's
Okay.
do this. So you're not gonna get advantage on the check since you're basically free climbing, but the DC is going to be easier since you pre-planned this so well for an easy road.
Okay, ready for the next one, everyone?
Athletics brawn, let's go.
Okay,
Plus
skip.
D4.
Only
17.
Oh,
No,
Seven.
this
Nice.
is part of the stomach, which
That's-
means is
That's,
like
well,
by some
above.
numbers.
That's above the DC. Whoa!
We did it!
You did it!
Ew.
It's long, it's slow, and it's, you know, precarious. The rest of you kind of look up at the Saren is climbing up with a little bit of skipping hard.
We're checking out his butt. We're checking out his butt.
Absolutely.
Perfect angle.
Well, now that you've brought it up,
Everybody collectively thinking nice ass.
watch this be the one art I do.
Just big old booty. Yeah.
Like we don't. The first full party art we get is everybody looking up at Aaron.
I have to feed the simps that have found my Tumblr blog.
He is a Tumblr sexy man. We have established.
Okay. Next up. Then, Aaron sits in the pegs, secures the ropes with the help of you, other people down below. And then you also need to do this climb. So,
Actually, you know what? Titania's gonna go last because then I can cast guidance on each person that goes up before me. There you go. Everybody gets guidance.
Smart.
I found a strategy.
And so you can tie yourself to the
Ooh,
to get
going
pulled up,
last.
right?
Okay. Even if this is cantrips, this is extreme amount of casting since we're gonna do this 3 times in a row, and we're like, what? How many in the party? We're 6 with 10
Fuck the
people.
agents.
So
I'm not giving it to the agents. I'm giving it to us.
okay, all right.
Agents
fine.
can fall to their doom.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, if Osprey says she's so powerful, why didn't she cast guidance, bitch?
You make points.
Like, stop being dead weight, Osprey. Use your spells. Be good.
Yeah. Don't you have fly?
Yeah.
Well, there is
Where's your
no-
fly cast?
What kind of nerd doesn't have fly?
Anyway,
Like spider climb? Why not spider climb?
Alright,
Anyway.
Walk.
let's
can go next if
do
you want.
these athletics brawn. Yeah. You do have
Okay.
advantage.
Well, he'll have an even roll.
Miron is also
You
going
guys
to
can-
go up, but he's gonna have a straight roll because he's tired. Poor guy.
The church's goodest boy is too tired for this.
Question, Bexxy.
Mhm.
If I have 3 of the skill ranks in a skill, but no, but my actual stat is a 10, is that what plus is that?
Should be a
So-
+3.
It'd be plus your proficiency bonus times 1.5. So it would be 3. 'Cause
Yeah,
we have
plus 0, plus 3.
proficiency
Okay. So I was like,
plus 1.
okay, I was like, is it multiplied by like what your thing is? Because 0 times any number is 0.
Yeah, you
That's
know,
your proficiency.
the skill rank modifies your proficiency bonus, not your ability score modifier.
Yeah.
This
You
makes
always
much
has,
sense.
have a positive proficiency bonus.
Okay.
Do the thing, Julie.
Oh, that's wait. What? Wait, I'm stupid. That number's not right. Wait, sorry. I processed everything and then didn't actually take in any of it. So it multiplies your proficiency bonus. It's not actually based on the skill.
Not
so
on
if
your base score,
I have 3 ranks in this skill. What should that middle number be?
If
For your brawn, it's +0. It should be your brawn. The thing that you're adding for all checks made with the skill is +3 because it's your proficiency bonus times 1.5. If your dex is +4, right? So in total, if it was a dex athletics, it would be +7.
Yep.
But since your brawn is +0, it's just that +3.
Okay. I thought
You got your math right on the
Yes,
roll you did,
alright.
except
Yeah,
you didn't
yeah.
roll with advantage. You do still need to roll.
Yeah,
with
you
advantage.
just roll 1d20 to keep the higher one. You need to roll another d20.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I see where I went wrong.
Because I dangled the rope for you.
I'm so intelligent. I'm
Oh,
doing
first one's higher
so
one.
well.
12 is all.
I'm doing so well.
Did never go next.
Yeah. Both Miron and Acheron mix it up to the first base. It's a little bit shaky, flexing your climbing muscle for the first time, but you make it up. Okay, who's next?
Guess I'm going next.
Okay. You and Medea then?
Nej, jag springer inte.
Okay.
Yeah. It's heavy for you, but you do make it up.
Oh fuck!
Thankfully.
It's definitely one or the other.
Tanya's gonna
You're
like.
a little bit breathless.
Ja.
But
Åh, det är någon bakom mig! Han är ute
You
och
got
springer.
this, Tanya. Now's not the time. Come
Det är
on.
någon bakom mig, så gå ut.
And he's gonna start climbing. Yo! Let's go!
I knew you got
-2.
this.
Oh god, it's a -2. Lol.
Yeah, Titania has a -2 to Brawn.
God, noodle arms.
Yep.
Det var 100%. Jag är död!
Should have been advantage after the roll, but she made it on the first. Okay. And then we have Osprey. He's gonna go up after Titania.
Hug the wall, stay in cover, kolla runt dig.
Oh god.
Go fuck yourself, Osprey.
Oh
The
god.
rope.
Oh god.
Come on! Come on!
Is this in critical ones with that sire, Bexxy?
Okay. This would have been bad if it was an advantage, but it's advantage. So she rather easily. Well,
Was the first
can't
roll
decide
one?
that. No, it was a 2.
Mm.
It wasn't that bad. She is stronger than Titania, though.
It's not
That's
saying
not very
much.
Titania.
Yeah, Titania has. Titania has problems with her strength because of childhood events.
Alright, and then we got our Dennis. Oh, Dennis get a 21! 20 and a 21!
Yeah, Dennis.
Dennis, yes, easily, like, sip up there. Yeah. And then we got Ali,
You got this, queen.
18, rather easily as well. And then we got Silas is the last, who climbs up, bringing the ropes with him. And the pegs on his way, making his check a little bit harder.
Yeah, but he always rolls like 20s, so like none of us are even like concerned.
Who gives a shit
That's a
about that?
19. So, yeah, no concern. He makes it up.
He's never rolled badly.
Man needs to
Ever.
stop.
I think he actually missed once in the Slavers battle. Yeah, he rolled badly once.
Tragic.
Tragic. Okay, let's go for second base then.
Okay.
Alright, you gonna go? Or
Guidance,
let one of the soldiers
guidance.
No, I mean, you know, actually, yeah. Like Silas is up there. I guess Silas did it. Like, now's your chance, Silas, to prove you got stones. You know, make everyone think that you are not shit at your job. Off you go.
Oh, okay.
It's like it's an audible interaction.
Yeah, so like I pull him up over the the edge as he's like pulling up all the ropes and stuff. Yeah, I'd say like I did the first one. You don't need to show you up now, do you?
You shouldn't insult my intelligence. I need a moment to breathe, but after that, sure.
Motherfucker, this is strength. How smart do you have to be to climb a rock? You know what? That's what Acheron says. Make him think.
I'm not referring to that. I'm referring to him goading me on and thinking it's gonna work.
By the way,
Well, are you chicken?
I'm such a dork.
Fuck you.
Acheron will make like a
Well, I'll go up
like
again,
sarcastic
Silas.
like.
I don't mind. It's just, you know, if you want me to show you.
I just did. You have been resting this whole time, man. You're better off doing it anyway.
I climbed up here without a rope. I made this easy for you.
But it was still pretty hard to take it up as I went.
You know, you can pull ropes when you get to the top.
Okay,
right?
fuck you. Fine, I'm going.
And Acheron's gonna offer it, not expecting him to take it all. Aaron like a high five.
Is there a high five rock?
For
High
once,
five, Rock!
Why?
It's like
That's
an
just
emoji.
hitting- That's just bludgeoning you.
Bludgeoning damage.
It's the high five emoji on a rock.
for once, Silas is rolling a little bit shakily, but it's still just enough
No.
for what he needs. There's a moment where he loses grip, and they're like, "Ugh." Everybody stops, but he catches himself, brings his back close to the cliff face, and looks down on all of you, gives you all a cocky smile, and says, "If you look at my butt, I wouldn't put it against you."
Oh my god.
Everyone's gonna give him two thumbs up.
Beyond the smile, there's a little bit of sweat on the side of
He's my favorite.
his face.
If you're sued for this.
I love Silas so much. I hope you know that. Silas is my favorite, and I
Oh, wow.
adore this man.
Aw.
He's terrible. He's
Alright.
such a bastard.
But he makes it up. He secures the things.
Council has spoken.
Alright.
You're not cool
Then
anymore.
let's go for the second round. You wanna go next?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we're still rolling with advantage because of that fucking critical 20. Fuck
So-
off.
Let's go.
So if I want to do advantage that, would I just do 2d20?
Yeah, 2d20.
2d20.
Okay.
KH.
KH1. And then
KH1.
you add your modifier and other die.
You did the thing.
Guidance on each of these.
That's a good roll. Holy fuck.
Let's go. I'm capping out the
I guess I'm
D4.
feeling competitive.
I guess. But with the 25, you zoom up after
After his ass.
his ass.
He's a thirsty individual.
He's talking all this shit, being like, "What are you, chicken?" I'm like, "Damn, now I have to do a good job."
Oh, God.
Gotta make good on it.
So Meron climbs afterwards. He had the time to catch his breath and get his muscles going now. So he got a 19, no problem. Goes up. Who's next?
Aaron or
If it's gonna be harder at the end, Aaron will probably go last then.
Okay.
I suppose.
Titania wants to go last so she can do the guidance
Yeah.
thing.
You can go just before Titania.
But that means that you have to pull the ropes up with you, and your check's gonna be harder.
Dennis do it. He's the red shirt.
We
Make
can-
Dennis do it?
Dennis do it.
Yeah, make Dennis
Okay.
Dennis do it. Oh
Okay,
my god.
I'll go. Yeah, sure.
Dennis alone.
I'll get my.
He falls to his death as he's like,
They're never gonna let Osprey
send
do
money
it.
to my family. Okay. Okay, perf. Alright, then we got Medea. After that. Oh god, Medea. I'm gonna survive. Okay. Medea also makes it up.
Okay.
Alright, Geneva. And then Osprey.
Oh dear. Triple threes!
Oh
Ta-da.
no!
Do you want to use that 9 now?
Oh,
That would get you up to an 11.
I don't think that.
Maybe. I mean, 11 will definitely be better than a 5.
Okay, yeah. Watching
But
Genera
save
slip,
something from that one.
Titania will do her rewind fate and drop a premonition on that.
There was a timeline when Geneva hold on to a rock that was loose. But kind of seeing it in her mind's eye, she shows another rock. And it's slow, it's shaky, it's not looking that good, but she makes it up safely.
Okay.
Nice.
Mwah, you're welcome.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh
Okay,
my
now
god.
Now it's Osprey. Osprey.
that was a double 3 on that advantage roll.
Triple. I got 3 on my 4 as well.
Oh my god!
Please, I ask for so little. Grant me this one thing.
Oh no!
Grant me this one thing of Osprey fucking
happen?
dying.
Bexxy's face.
Did it happen?
Wait. Bexxy's face palming. No way. No way.
I'm so excited. This is so bad. What happened? What? Tell us.
Oh wait, you can see the rolls! You can see the rolls! It was a natural one!
You don't want to see the rolls.
Wait, they're on the stream!
Don't look at the stream! How dare you?
Wait, did she really though?
Yeah, a 1 and a 2.
That's insane!
Yeah,
Fuck
a 1
yeah.
and a 2.
Yes.
I mean, it's
balls.
annoying if she got advantage because
Okay.
it could have been a 1.
Okay, but
If she rolled a 0 with a 1 minus 1, that would have been amazing.
there's a way though to save this. Is basically to catch her rope. So
Dexterity saving throw, probably something like that, right?
well,
We're not over
you
here.
could. Anybody right now can grab onto the rope and do a brawn saving throw, and basically you hold her in place, so she can get back and get her grip.
Sounds like Silas's job personally, but also
yeah, right.
Silas always,
Isn't this
but also
snow
Silas,
super
but also like
nasty?
Silas
Or
rolls.
Dennis.
Silas
This is
rolls
Dennis,
well, so.
Yeah.
It's
All
not
right.
a problem.
So you can.
Yeah, we're not
see-
tasked with their safety. We're
See,
prisoners.
Osprey.
the minus 2
Osprey
drawn.
is
should do it.
very much struggling, and in the
I'm
middle
not
of
at
her
the top.
climb, she loses her grip and she starts to free fall a little bit. She's
can do
about
it.
to free fall. What? Miron, being tired, immediately shout for Silas. Silas mutters underneath his breath like "fuck," runs forward, and is going to attempt to do this brawn check. This brawn saving throw. Oh my god! No sneak peeking
Okay,
on the
no
stream.
She'll be fine. He's always that good.
Yeah, it's Silas.
Please
He's
fail,
gonna roll
please.
well.
I want a nat 1 just because it'd be so funny.
Didn't know. He didn't roll high enough. He grabs onto the rope.
didn't.
It slid through his hands. He's not strong enough to hold on. Now Osprey has an opportunity to try and
now she
catch
can
on,
do
but dexterity save.
Ooh,
Yeah.
get fucked. Oh, please.
But this is the last. This is the last, and Silas needs to do a vitality saving throw as well, since this took a lot of effort from him. But let's do Osprey first.
Osprey, please fall.
I mean, she's not gonna die, but I just want to see her fall.
I just want like a broken limb. Paralysis.
Spine down, you know?
Protruding
All the
bones.
way down because I'll be stabbed.
Maybe she'll learn a lesson from this.
Yeah,
She'll
humility.
lose somehow.
I hope she breaks her fingers so she can never cast spells again. That's actually my biggest hope.
Just has stumps for hands.
She rolls exactly what she
Yeah, I hope
needs.
she's enough that I can't. roll her.
She rolls
managed.
Premonition 9. No. Just out of pettiness.
No, come on! It's not gonna make
No.
a difference.
No,
What if
just
we
out of
get that
pettiness. What? Okay, you know what? Never mind. Okay, you make a fair point, natural ones.
Oh,
She's
that was
gonna make it with a 9
glorious.
anyway.
I just want
Well,
I want her to suffer.
If that's the score exactly what she needed, and it would be lower, then
Is it?
technically would be. Yeah, Bexxy said that's exactly the number she needed.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Please,
Well, then do what you like. I mean, I don't know what the hell your
This
character's doing. So.
metagaming. This metagaming.
Yeah, that's
is,
metagaming. I wouldn't do it
Okay.
then, yeah.
I mean, it was your first reaction. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I just
I'm not interfering. You do what you like.
Okay.
No, we'll let it go. We'll let it go.
She falls for
Let
a
it-
little bit, but then she's able to catch on.
Get some rope
She
burn, at
messes
least.
up her hands a little bit, and there's a legitimate scream coming from her lips. And then as she holds on, she stays down there for quite some time, just breathing before she dares starts climbing again. Which basically both Silas and Medea kind of assist her as she comes up. Silas needs to do a vitality saving throw, and so does so.
7 p.m.
What are
For
they
Osprey.
saving throwing for?
The effort.
Exertion.
Oh, the effort? Oh, to
Yeah.
get exhaustion? Okay.
Yeah. Silas needs to do a saving throw, which he fails. But he didn't fail earlier, so now he's just susceptible to get exhaustion in the future. Next time he fails, he's gonna get a level exhaustion. Yes. Exhaustion sus. Okay. And as Osprey comes up on the second base, her fingers rather mangled. She has been crying and she looks away from all of you. Then who?
Now it's me.
Yeah.
Titania, believe in yourself. We're fine. Okay, cool.
Oh.
We found the one thing that the Osprey's not good at.
Climbing? or climbing or
Physical
dignity?
activity.
I mean, yes.
Okay, and then we got Ali, who's gonna climb up afterwards.
Bless our generic soldiers. We stand.
Oh yeah.
We stand unproblematic king and queen.
Oh my god, not as bad as no, not as good as before, but Ali makes it up, no problem. And then we got Dennis bringing up the rear,
on,
and gonna
Dennis.
pick up.
Make it home.
We
Dennis,
believe in you.
the road.
You got
The
this,
kegs.
King.
In that 20. Not even use
23
the rope.
and 22.
Fuck yeah, Dennis.
Dennis.
Yeah, no
Yes,
problem. Dennis
boy.
got
My
this.
guy.
Like
Let's go.
he might be talking a little bit like Morty from Rick and Morty and be a much of a family man, but there are some things that he seems to be pretty comfortable at.
Oh, jeez, Rick.
He's young.
Dennis is incredible. How dare you say any slander against his name?
Okay. Anyway, okay. Base 3. Who's gonna do the hard climb?
I guess I'll do it.
Guidance.
But it's a straight roll.
Yeah.
No advantage.
Bonk.
15.
15. Yep. That's indeed enough. A little shaky this time, Aaron. You are feeling your muscles burning from the effort. As you make it up.
It's windy high up.
It's actually not windy at all.
Oh.
It's a little bit strange.
Just in my pants.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Who's next? Miran usually goes quickly afterwards.
I'll go after too.
Oh, Miran, no problem. Okay. Akara? Man, no problem.
No natural ones.
Never
No.
mind.
Going with
Oh,
that
on
advantage.
there.
Jeez.
That critical 20 was.
Before Ginevra
Yeah.
makes the final climb, because
Oh,
you're the one
clutch.
I'm most worried about. I can't give artist inspiration myself, so I'm gonna be like, "We're almost there, Ginevra. Come on. Thank you for your words
Remember your training.
earlier. Remember your training, and you're gonna get artist inspiration just in case you need it for this role.
Remember your knots.
The knots.
Okay.
I can't give artist. So you have artist inspiration and guidance for this. So
Okay. I already got the
Advantage.
advantage from the thing before, right?
Yeah. So it's what, D6 and D4? And
you can add a D4, and then you can choose to add a D6 after the roll has been seen.
Okay, I can choose to add
yeah.
6.
Roll all. Oh shit. Well, that's
Ah.
incorrect.
Oh.
That doesn't seem.
Well, the
Oh,
18.
I didn't write that right. Okay.
But the 18 works.
18 minus 1,
okay, yeah.
17 plus a D4. Yeah, should be fine.
Yeah. Okay.
You're fine.
Okay.
With an 18, you're fine. No need.
Okay.
No need. Okay, and then we got Medea.
Alright,
Okay,
I've got my
Medea
command
makes
ready.
it up. No worries.
Okay, here I go. Ha!
You got this.
Okay. That's where we're taking. Actually, I don't even know if a 9 will make a difference there.
You have.
You-
Do you still have your inspiration?
No, I can't give artist
No,
inspiration to
your
myself.
role
Oh,
you
my
have your D
my
of
GM's my
inspiration.
GM. Yes, I do. Okay, yeah, that's definitely a place to use it. Come on.
Okay.
Oh, there she
Something
goes.
I can do.
Wow.
Do you not
Okay.
roll with advantage?
I can't even
again
jump for
because
the
you
rope because I
re-roll
got
the whole
-1 to
thing?
brawn.
Or do you just
Wait,
roll
do you?
another D20?
I think isn't it you just roll another D20?
Yeah, you
I think you just
roll
roll another
another
Okay, so you get
Yeah.
triple advantage. Okay.
Yeah, essentially.
Oof.
Well,
Do you have any potential?
Oh.
I don't think I have
no, all my potential is spent on spells.
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
Okay.
roll on a D4.
So, Titania. You
Hi guys.
use your grip. The
At the highest point, you can't.
Rope. starts to slack. Who runs forward and attempts to lift?
I mean, Aaron's up there. He put up the rope. He's
Aaron,
watching
he
everyone
was up
going
there.
down. Yeah, he will certainly like see what Silas did to Osprey, and he will, he will grab the rope and try and like hold on to it and like maneuver it in a position that maybe it swings closer to Titania's body for a better grip or a second grip.
Okay.
Realistically, Akron would try to help, but I'd rather have Aaron be the one helping because.
But you could, but Aaron would have advantage
You
on
wanna
this, so you
action.
could giving
Oh,
the help
true.
action could give advantage.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's what I'll do because it's 2 out of character for Akron not to take action.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely do
All
it
right. So
specifically.
brawn save.
A bronze saving throw with advantage.
Yes.
With advantage, no guidance though, because Titania can't cast it when she's about to fall to her death.
Yeah.
Fucking power move.
It's a touch range spell, so she couldn't do it.
Oof.
Oh!
Advantage. It's only a 12.
Oh no, that's not enough. Okay.
Okay,
So-
no, this is my
Can you
last
give
chance.
him a
I'm gonna give him a 9. Is 14 enough?
14 is
Fourt-
enough. 14
Yes!
is
14 is
enough.
enough.
Oh god, let's hope we do get a nut 1.
Okay.
Because now we don't have
Yeah.
anyone to save.
God. Okay.
Alright.
I guess with
Titania,
Titania's
just...
premonition, you place your foot in a less slippery place, and you're able to gain purchase and pull her up and back. Well, not really pull her up, but back into a position where she can climb on her own.
Alltid klar med dem.
You guys
So-
have never.
Do I have to roll again to make it up, or?
No, with the
Okay.
now they're like keeping an extra eye on you with the assistants, but I need both Acheron and Aaron to do vitality saving throw for the effort that you have exerted.
That's such an icky throw.
So as we hear, like, seeing Titania, like, in distress, can he use a bonus action?
To do what?
To
Titania's in... Oh,
basically curse and proclaim a judgment. Oh no, I can't because that's in combat. Never mind. It has to be in combat.
Okay.
Oh, it's only in
Never
combat?
mind. It's only in
What was
combat.
it?
Never mind. I could have doubled my
Yeah.
vitality saving throw.
So,
Oh, double your vitality.
Acheron, you're
saving
susceptible to exhaustion. You're sus to exhaustion.
Sus.
I've been sus from the start.
Welcome to the club.
Mhm. 60.
And Aaron's fine. It's fine.
Titania is in like a full panic attack, face up in the snow, on the ground. Once she makes it to the top, is just breathing heavily and crying.
Make Akron smile.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Just kind of trying to. Well, if Ginevra's here, actually, Akron will be like next to you.
Yeah.
We'll let Ginevra do all the talking
Yeah.
because.
I just kneel down and I just kind of hold my hand against like hers and say, "It's okay. You're safe. You're here.
Det är perfekt för dig.
Aaron and Acheron saved you. I told you we're all looking out for you. You're here. You're safe. It's okay."
Yeah,
You did
she's
great.
just gonna be wordless on the ground for a little bit.
Okay. Osprey hesitates.
Wait,
At
one
second
second
base.
here.
Uh-huh.
We are all up, right?
Marin.
Cut the rope!
There's more than just one climbing kit, though.
Okay, damn.
Do you
Fair
want
That'd be
enough,
so
then.
funny though. That's so rude.
Like, this is where we take the fight, we just try and shove him off the cliff and run.
Marin and Medea is with you.
We can
Yeah,
take
we
them.
could take 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can shove them off the cliff.
It should have been earlier when it was just us and Meulen at the top. That would have been.
No, we all
Yeah,
have to be up there, but still.
They would.
No, it's
Now
fine. I
you
think.
kind of go one after
You could
the
still
other.
make it up.
Okay. Sorry, Bexxy.
Osprey pauses down there, doesn't really look like she wants to climb, even though she's like put some snow on her hands. And Dennis steps up, seems to be all kind, and is gonna climb with her, taking a harder hit on himself, but alleviating
climbing with her?
Osprey. Dennis.
Aw, the lad.
He's too good for this group.
I know.
He's too good. An wholesome boy.
Why are you helping her?
They suck.
You can't trust nice people because they have terrible judgment.
Okay, yeah. All of them are fine, and they make it up there. And when Osprey sees what's happened to Titania, she actually gives a little tiny smile of sympathy. And there we go.
Do you have head
Allie.
Bell?
What?
Are we sure? Does she hit? Like, are we sure it's just her hands? Does she have a concussion?
Osprey being nice is out of the question. This by Talos, this can't be happening.
Okay.
There's a guy in the town.
There are depths to these characters, man. I'm telling you. All right, and then Silas has the hard thing of taking up the rear.
It was a
Yeah,
rope.
but fine.
A natural fucking 20.
Fucking silent. This man.
This is his sixth one.
You can't. Bexxy, why is all of your best luck being translated into this man of all people?
Yeah, why is all
Best
of it
boy.
given to silence?
I don't know. Okay.
It's just the bastard energy.
It really is.
And then
Bad energy.
at your roll standing after this long climb, this has been heavy on all of you and need vitality saving throws all around.
Oh god.
Aw.
Okay.
Alrighty.
I guess I'll give guidance
No
to
advantage this time. Can I
myself.
use my artist inspiration?
Not for
Yes, you can.
Is it for saving throws?
Uh,
Yeah, maybe it is.
ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Okay,
Yes.
yep, sorry.
Clearly, the best option if you can cast out a combat would just be bless at this point.
Okay,
Mm,
all
that's
of
skill
you seem
check.
to
I
make
will.
it.
I will add
And
that
attack
d6.
rolls.
No, it's saving throws.
Oh, saving throws
And
as well.
attack rolls.
Oh, one d6.
Yeah,
It's
blood blesses.
saving throws and attack rolls.
Alright, so it's
Mhm.
guidance that's not.
Okay, so
You're still
12.
alive?
I
I killed him.
12 is cutting it close, but you do make it, Juniper.
No.
Okay.
There's so much adrenaline in
Well,
your body
you're
that you
welcome.
somehow keeps going.
You're so unhealthy.
The teamwork. We actually. That was so much teamwork. Yes.
That was
Good homie.
You saved-
Uh,
at least 3 of our asses.
Osprey gets sus to exhaustion, which I think makes a lot
Our
of
fucking
sense.
Okay, I killed the guy.
Think
on
about
the
this experience, Osprey. Reflect
Wait,
upon it.
Is Mirren got exhaustion?
Mirren got one level because he rolled a critical one.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah,
Yeah, sorry.
He had a
No,
hard
not
time
okay.
sleeping, so it's kind of
Yeah.
because it happened immediately. It was kind of like, well,
Oh,
okay.
no, there.
Oh shit. Dennis and Ellie are both susceptible to exhaustion.
No.
No, not the goodest of boys and girls.
They don't have the experience.
It's like barely anyone who isn't now, right?
Titania is not. I don't think Aaron is either.
You could.
No,
And,
Aaron didn't fail anything. Well,
yeah, Medea is
really.
not, and Silas is not.
Okay.
No,
Wow,
no,
Tia.
Silas
Good
is.
job.
Yeah, Titania has, I think, the second best vitality in this group with a +2.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
it's Medea and Titania basically that are not sassing like yet.
I'm on it. I don't know. We've rolled a lot more vitality saving throws than dexterity saves, so I'm kind of regretting not putting the proficiency in that.
All right.
But yeah,
Right?
I have
Scary.
saving throws. I have proficiency saves in Dex, Resolve, and then Presence and Manipulation.
Okay.
Which, I mean, those are like the really uncommon ones, but I
don't
still
think
have them.
I've
Aaron,
ever rolled saving throw with my.
as you reached the last and third base in your climb in this perilous stage, lift yourself up on the cliff. You heard the wild squawking of a bird to your immediate right. With a surprise, you look over to see a little nest made out of feathers and small sticks with a white speckled grey bird with dramatic orange and red eyebrows. And it flapped its wings at you in half surprise and half indignant anger. Underneath it, you saw the hint of 2 white eggs, but it soon flew away, deeming you to be a threat it couldn't fight against. Soon you get joined by all your companions on the stone shelf, one after the other, clearing the perilous climb that you have just performed, with heavy breaths and sweat shimmering on all of your foreheads. You are rewarded, however, with the view behind you. Despite the temperature is now only a few degrees above freezing in the lunch sun, it warms your faces as you stare southwards. Far below you can see the pine forest just as a mass of green, and in far distance other mighty tips and ridges reaching for the sky. The sky itself is bright. There's only the tiniest of breezes that massages your faces, like the whole world is holding its breath, and the air is light. Soon, perhaps, too light.
Oh boy.
Is this a conclusion, or are you waiting for a response?
I'm waiting if you gonna say anything beyond this vista,
Yeah.
or
I
we're gonna
want a
wrap it up there.
feather. I want a feather. If I see the nest, I want.
It's
I
more
want
of,
to
you know,
take
the
one of
undercoat
feathers.
kind of feathers. But we can also see if it left behind like a bigger feather. It was
That
a
would be nice.
mountain goose or a Patron.
I'll take any feather, but if there's a really cool feather, that'd be like really cool.
Patarigan, is that what they're called?
I don't know.
In English.
I don't know
Let's
about
roll a 1d100. Over 75, you will find a perfect feather. No, you don't.
Nice.
Nice.
Ptarmigan, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
I'll take like any feather. It's not necessarily about whether it looks pretty. It's more about Acheron's eclectic experience, remembrance, rituals. That's a lot of fucking words for Acheron goes, ah yes, the feathers. You know, some people like collect stamps and you're like postcards of places they've been. Acheron collects feathers. It's thematic.
Okay. And as you look at this great vista before you, catching your breaths before you're gonna continue conquering this mountain. Being a little bit shaky so far, but you made it up here. We're going to end tonight's episode of Ancients Return. Woo!
Woo!